Hey guys, if you enjoy the Drunken Peasants podcast, be sure to go to audibletrial.com/Drunken Peasants to get your free audio book. They have books like The God Delusion or Mr. Mercedes by Stephen King. Also, 150,000 other titles to choose from. So be sure to check that out. It supports the show and you get a free audiobook in the process. So what the fuck do you have to lose? Tacos.
Coming to you live from the frigid armpit of America, this is the Drunken Peasants podcast with Ben and TJ, bringing you opinions of the news from an altered perspective.
Fuck it! Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
What the fuck you talking about, atheist?
It's okay. You're nothing, TJ. You're garbage.
I just want to be light.
You're garbage, TJ.
And now, here are your hosts, Ben and TJ.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Welcome to the Drunken Peasants podcast, where we DP the fuck out of the news. I am Ben, and I am here with TJ, Monkey Boy.
When do we become a morning radio show?
What do you mean?
Because I'm a monkey, you know? Like usually one of the morning DJs or whatever is like an animal of some kind.
Really?
Yeah, you know.
I had no idea.
Fucking thing sucks.
Yeah, listen to bad morning radio in most local markets.
WKDFM, good morning.
You'll see what I mean.
I'm here with the monkey. The monkey is in
It's
the
like
studio.
Travis and the Monkey.
Yeah.
KRZ1 in the morning.
God, that was so fucking bullshit how I played the troll or not a troll thing at the beginning. I mean,
No,
I meant to do that.
No, what you were doing, you were inviting the audience to ask themselves, "Are we trolling?" You know, we're gonna question other people's sincerity. Our sincerity should also be questioned.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
totally planned.
Yeah, it was really an artistic statement. You know, it's like, can you even trust us? You know, we're even bringing up the fact that we might not be a trustworthy.
We also
source.
forgot our disclaimer, so TJ said
the troll or not a troll was a better disclaimer anyway.
Okay.
You know, because maybe we're trolls. Maybe everything we're saying is just trolling. You don't know. I could be a fucking Christian.
Lance Sloan.
Lance Sloan. Hello, everyone. I'm Lance Sloan. I play lovable internet character, the Amazing Atheist, on YouTube. You need an actor name, Ben.
What's a good actor name?
Well, I said Travis earlier. Travis and the Monkey sounds good. So your actor name is Travis Beakley.
Travis Beakley.
Yep.
I like it.
I like it too.
Perfect.
Travis Beakley.
You know what we can do now? You know, because Scotty's not here.
Hey, Scotty.
Mid-90s Kevin Nash. Mid-90s Kevin Nash.
Mid-90s Kevin Nash.
Yeah. All right, so now's the time that...
Fuck him in his mid-90s Kevin ass.
Mid-90s Kevin ass.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of funny how Dave Meltzer from the Wrestling Observer saw our mid-90s Kevin Nash sign.
And assumed it was about Roman Reigns.
Yeah, because, well, that's when we were holding it up. And he is kind of comparable. He's like the Samoan Kevin Nash, almost. But yeah, now we're going to do Troll or Not a Troll. There's a link in the description to vote on whether this next person is...
Yeah, guys. Troll or not a troll?
All right, here it is. Troll or not a troll?
You decide. And us too.
Happy New Year's, everyone. I hope you guys have a safe, fun day, and you guys need to be more appreciative because this Earth is 2014 years old. That's a long time. Nigga, we made it. The presidents, they fought for freedom. Whoa. Without the president's help, we would not be free right now. So yeah, instead of like just partying and stuff, you guys should actually like be thankful and like pray to the like presidents because they actually like gave us freedom.
The presidents, like all of them.
You should like play the president because the president like gave us from bomb.
So how do you feel about this so far?
Troll.
You think it is a troll?
Troll.
I think we played one of her videos before when she was like, "If your man beats you, it's only because he loves you."
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I was pretty sure she was a troll then. I'm pretty sure she's still a troll now. Trollity, trollity, trollity.
Feel free to vote, and we will read the results at the end of the show.
Trollity, trollity. I bet you someone's gonna go back, and I bet you I probably said that I didn't think she was a troll then.
I don't remember.
I don't remember what I said, so I might be wrong about thinking she was a troll then, but I do think she's a troll now, because I just. There's too many things that are too blatantly, obviously wrong that are squeezed too tightly together for me to believe. There's a lot of stupid people, but usually people don't reveal like so much stupidity so quickly and in like such a rapid fire burst. It does happen, but I just don't buy it from her. She's thinking the Earth is 2014 years old, telling people to pray to the presidents. I mean,
that's...
It's just over the top.
Yeah. The presidents.
Presidents.
There's been like over 40 of them.
Pray to all of them.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to pray to Grover Cleveland. He was too fat.
No, that was Taft. That was fat.
Oh, yeah, Taft.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to move on. Before we do, just want to remind everybody that there is a pre and post show that's only available on iTunes or through our Podbean RSS feed.
It's pronounced RSS.
RSS feed.
Yeah.
We did talk about Dusty Smith's opinion on the death of, or not really the death of Leonard Nimoy, but just Leonard Nimoy in general.
Yep.
And you can catch that if you follow the link below once that's available on iTunes. There's usually like a 24-hour lag.
Yeah, see, you guys might not be able to listen to that just yet.
All right, so we're going to talk about Leonard Nimoy here, and we're going to play a video, a news clip that was made about him. I think he had died on the day of our last show, and I didn't really think it was right to talk about it because I wasn't really prepared to talk about it like I am now.
And there was a guest too.
It's kind of funny because we had gotten a question from someone in the audience asking us what our favorite character from our least favorite series was, and I think we all said Spock. Is that true? All three of us?
Yeah, I think we all said that the original series was our least favorite of the Star Treks, and we all said that Spock was our favorite character from the show.
The only reason the original series is my least favorite is just because
the sheer overwhelming camp, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's so dated. It was hard to do a science fiction show with the budget and the limited special effects that they had at the time.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's still I watch it. I mean, it's fun sometimes, but I mean, when I watch it, compare it to The Next Generation or Deep Space Nine or even Voyager, I think it feels way more dated and doesn't really feel like the same. It doesn't have the same feel that you kind of associate with Star Trek. I think the all of the Star Trek shows that came out in the 90s and 2000s, or I guess Star Trek: The Next Generation started in the late 80s. But
Star Trek: The Next Generation, at least the first few seasons, had a lot of the same writers as the original series. They shared a lot of similar writers.
Mm-hmm. But the actual tone of the show is very different.
Of course.
And I think that even if you look at like the different tones from like Next Generation to Deep Space Nine, for instance, it's like a lot darker, but it still feels like it takes place in the same universe. You just feel like you're in a different corner of it. The original series, you almost feel like it's almost like irreconcilably different. That's why it's kind of funny when they had that episode of Deep Space Nine where the crew goes back to the original, the time when the original series was
Trouble
set.
with Tribbles episode.
Yeah, and they actually like interweave a new story with footage from the old.
It was pretty
Star
good
Trek.
for the late 90s.
Yeah, it was a good episode, but it kind of does show you like just how big of a it doesn't really, it doesn't really seem quite right. Even they kind of make fun of it when they're looking at like the
Klingon inconsistency.
Oh, yeah, or when she pulls out one of the old communicators, or maybe it was a
It was a tricorder.
Tricorder, right? And she's looking at it. It's like, and it's it's obviously something from the fucking 60s in America. And she's like, "Oh, you gotta love that 23rd century technology."
Yeah.
And it's obviously fucking not 23rd century technology.
Yeah, exactly. I enjoyed that episode a lot. My first experience with Leonard Nimoy, my first exposure to him wasn't Star Trek. It was actually when I was a really, really young kid in the early to mid 80s. There was a show. No, there was a show on Nickelodeon, which for those of you who are not from the U.S., Nickelodeon is a network geared towards children. It has like children's programming. There was a show on Nickelodeon hosted by Leonard Nimoy called Standby Lights Camera Action. And what it did was it showed you behind the scenes of various movie projects. They actually covered Return of the Jedi in it and had an interview with George Lucas and everything.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think my first exposure to him probably was as Mr. Spock. But yeah.
All right, so we'll play this clip and comment.
Fox 411.
I'm Ashley Dvorkin for Fox 411, joined by Matt Ashley
sorry.
of Rotten
Fox 411.
Sad news out of Hollywood, as Star Trek actor Leonard Nimoy has died at age 83. Today we reflect
I'm sorry,
on
but
his great...
her read is not credible.
What do you mean?
Sad news out of Hollywood. As
sadness. Yeah, not a lot of emotion.
It's clear that, like, I don't give a shit, but some people do, so
some guy
it's
that
sad.
nerds like died.
Pretty
so
much.
what?
Yeah. I think that might be her real feelings, obviously. I don't want to speculate too much.
There is one thing I want to address. Obviously, you can catch the rest of our explanation about this in the pre-show when we talked about what Dusty said, but there was something I didn't mention where people were like, "Oh, well, didn't you watch Star Trek when you were younger?" He was like, "No, I chose to get laid." Which, whatever.
So what?
Yeah.
Maybe you should have watched Star Trek instead.
Right. I don't think they're mutually exclusive to one another.
Well, I don't understand the... It's almost like primitive to say that getting laid is just inherently better. Like, oh yeah, I got laid a bunch of times. Like, okay, it's almost like pathetic to me.
Yeah.
I feel like the situation of like, the cool guy at school who pushes the nerd into the locker. I almost feel like that should be reversed.
You like Star Trek? Fuck you. Push you in the locker, bang this cheerleader.
It should be more like, wait a minute, you were fucking just banging a bunch of chicks you don't even give a shit about, rather than watching like a great television show.
Yeah.
You're fucking stupid.
We fucking stupid. Yeah, it's a great show.
I mean, like, maybe if you're gonna bang like, 3 10s in a night or something, but you could still watch Star Trek afterwards, like,
Yeah, there's nothing stopping you.
Right, it's like it's not an either or situation.
Yeah, it's not like I must give up Star Trek so I can get laid. I mean, even if you think it's a factor, like chicks won't think it's cool.
Yeah, you don't
can
have
at
to
least
tell
keep
them.
it a secret.
Yeah, it can be your dark secret.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm sure you masturbate, but you don't go like, "Hey, chicks, I masturbate."
Maybe he does. You don't know.
I'm sure. Well, who knows? Whatever works for him.
Probably walks up to Dusty's main pickup line is he walks up to a girl he likes and he just throws his semen in her face.
He says, "I has the AIDS."
He does, He's got the AIDS. He's got him something fierce.
career. Matt, of course, many fans know him best as Spock. Tell us a bit about his time on the show and how he really made that such a memorable role.
Yeah, Leonard Nimoy really is probably considered the heart and soul of Star Trek. Yes, we've lost some of the other cast members, James Doohan and DeForest Kelley, but this is really a huge blow to that cast. They were all very tight knit as much as
they were also
you sometimes
young.
hear about Shatner being a little on the outs with them, but he was very influential in that show. Some of the most iconic elements of Star Trek are things that Leonard Nimoy came up with. The hand gesture when he would say "live long and prosper," that's based on his experience seeing Jewish clergy doing that during a particular blessing.
Bitch.
The idea of the Vulcan nerve pinch, he came up with that for that character.
You heard it here, folks. Vulcans are Jews.
From what I understand, in the pilot episode, Spock smiled and had emotions.
Weird.
Yeah. I guess they kind of changed that later on.
It's like, no smiling, Spock.
Yeah.
His interest in that character, I think, really helped propel the success of the show. And really, as the years went on, he wrestled with whether or not he wanted to embrace his legacy. For a time in the 70s, he wrote a book, for instance, called I Am Not Spock, that he kind of tried to distance himself a little bit from that. But then he came around 20 years later, wrote another autobiography called I Am Spock, and really embraced that. And it's a legacy that he took very seriously.
Yes, well, his longtime co-star, as you mentioned, William Shatner, actually had this to say to Fox 411. I loved him like a brother. We will all miss his humor, his talent, and his capacity to love.
Can you do a Shatner voice, Ben?
I loved him like a brother. Like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. She is reading it with zero emotion. Well, I don't even know if it's emotion, zero interest.
Yeah, I think she's just a robot, actually.
That's what it sounds like.
She's one of the Fox robots.
Yeah, she's one of the Fox fembots, basically.
She was created by Dr. Noonien Sung. So, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's funny that, William Shatner said this, and then he tried to get out of going to the funeral, but then ended up going, from what I understand.
Neat. I didn't understand that, because William Shatner said, I'm not going to his funeral. I love him like a brother, but I'm not going to his funeral. And it's like, okay, why not? Well, I'm doing this charity event. It's like, okay, why don't you just cancel that? Well, I said I was going to do it.
Right, and you don't plan on your friend dying normally.
When your friend who is quote unquote like a brother to you dies, you pretty much, there's very few things that you would miss the funeral for. The only thing that you could miss that funeral for is if, like, your actual brother's funeral is on the same day or something,
Right, and even though, Star Trek was canceled back in the 60s, they had all the fucking movies and, all the conventions where they appeared together and worked together there, too.
Oh, yeah, and documentaries where they gave interviews together and all kinds of other bullshit.
Yeah.
So
I think Shatner was just pissed that he didn't get a role in the new movies, because he actually did petition to get one, and he was kind of upset that Nimoy was in them, but he wasn't.
Well, they killed off Kirk. They never killed off Spock.
Right.
So.
Meant so much to that show, so much to the fans of that show.
Or I should say they killed off Spock and then brought him back to life.
He also went behind the camera. Talk about some of his work as a director.
3 Men and a Baby. A lot of people forget that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he directed the third Star Trek movie, The Search for Spock. He was approached by the producers after the second film where Spock had been killed, and he was a little concerned, but he embraced that, then went on the next year, 1988, to direct 3 Men and a Baby, which was the highest grossing film of that year. After that, he did a little bit of directing some TV episodes, but he pretty much hung it up, as if to say, well, I've made a successful film. I know that I can do it. I don't need to keep beating my head against the wall trying to replicate that. He directed some TV. He produced some TV specials. We had seen him in other television shows. After Star Trek, we saw him do a stint on Mission Impossible. He had the iconic show In Search Of, where he was the narrator, which was kind of an early version of reality television. So he had a very long career. His hobby was photography.
He lived long and prospered.
Yeah, I heard that many times.
So many times.
Yeah. And that's cool. I mean, I don't know too much about him personally. He seemed all right to me.
Yeah, he seemed like a pretty good guy.
Yeah, and I definitely like the Spock character the most out of the original series. So,
yeah, I'm gonna miss his deep, soulful voice in things.
He used to do a lot of astronomy documentaries.
That's cool.
Yeah, I've heard Patrick Stewart do some of them too.
Still pretty cool.
Yeah. All right, so some of you may remember 2 episodes ago, we covered a video where this guy was claiming that Febreze was toxic.
Oh, it is.
And there was all these
It
horrible
so is, Ben.
side effects.
It so fucking is, dude. Remember all the evidence he presented, dude?
What evidence?
All of it. All the evidence.
Which evidence?
He was like, Febreze is bad. Didn't you hear?
Because it is.
Because I said so. There's chemicals in that shit, don't you know?
Yeah.
Chemicals, buddy.
Chemicals are bad. So he made this video. It's really long. We're not going to play it all. We'll play the beginning, probably like 5 minutes of it.
Woo!
It's called Drunken Peasants Exposed.
Exposed.
Hey there,
Free Radio Revolution.
Better than I am. There is a mission to sing Free Radio Revolution. There is
mission.
No doubt whatsoever. This is
no doubt.
Something coordinated and planned, and that is why I am being assaulted from all sides. Now, people might say, "Well, I'm fanning the flames by defending myself."
What'd you say?
I'm getting a signal from the mothership.
Oh shit! What is it saying?
They're saying that we are to destroy Free Radio Revolution.
Fuck, I hate them.
At
Free
any
Radio
cost.
Revolution.
Any cost. They
You know,
said. Even they said if we have to sacrifice our lives to destroy Free Radio Revolution, we must do it.
That's what I do. I mean, I sit around and spend most of my free time thinking about how to destroy Free Radio Revolution.
God, I fucking hate Free Radio Revolution.
Fuck you, Free Radio Revolution.
Piece of shit.
God,
I just...
How can we stop you?
Anything. I'll do anything. He's like, you smash him and you think he's dead. He's like a fucking bug, You think he's dead, and then the next thing you know, he's crawling up your wall again. It's like, fuck, Free Radio Revolution. Is there no stopping you? Is there no stopping the truth that you represent?
Yeah, because everyone knows we actually work for Febreze. And we don't want you spreading out the truth that we put chemicals in an air freshener, okay?
Yeah, buddy, why don't you just fuck off, man? Fuck.
Or
fuck,
seriously,
man.
Maybe, if you want to talk business, maybe we can work something out.
Some hush money.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Come on, Free Radio Revolution.
Free Radio Revolution. I think you'll find that you'll feel happier as if you're slave radio devolution.
Devolution. All right, we'll get into this.
What can I do? Can I just allow everyone to post lies and bullshit and manipulate facts about me, or should I try to defend my honor and all my work?
Manipulate facts.
Why would I even want to do this anymore? Consider.
Say that. What?
I don't even remember. He's like, they're fucking misrepresenting facts about me. It's like, what? We didn't even talk about facts about you. I don't even know your name. I don't even know who the fuck you are.
Yeah, nothing. What are you talking about, TJ? This is Free Radio Revolution.
Oh yeah, our bitterest rival. Yeah, I forgot.
How awful it's become. It's just absolutely awful. I mean, it is absolutely awful,
okay,
because I come out and call a spade on a stupid-ass plane crash on the other side of the world that nobody should have even spent a minute fucking analyzing.
I don't remember us even talking about that.
I am being attacked.
I don't think we did, but I think in his mind, the reason we attacked him has something to do with that.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he's talking about the Malaysian airliner crash or what. We don't even know what you're talking about, Free Radio Revolution.
There's no point in telling him that. He's just going to be like, sure you don't.
Many people that, used to work with me.
Yesterday.
And, the only explanation I can come up with is that this is a coordinated attack. It's all part of a plan to destroy me. I become too popular, and I have too many people that listen to me, and therefore I'm a danger.
Is he popular?
No. At least not on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
No, not very popular, not by like YouTube standards.
Because he's sitting there saying like they're trying to destroy me because I'm too popular. It's like who are you?
Yeah. Who are you? Seriously.
Do you know his name?
No.
I don't know his name.
Yeah, I don't know anything about him. And actually, when we were covering the video and laughing at the ridiculousness of his argument, I didn't even pay attention to what the name of the channel was.
Yeah, me neither.
All right, so there's going to be a moment where he's going to play our video, and I may take our overlay away so you can see it, because that gets confusing.
Yeah, it does sometimes.
Those that want to manipulate people, essentially. So I'll give you another example of another attack that just happened a couple of days ago off a really popular podcast here called The Drunken Peasants. This is, you might know this Pillsbury Doughboy here is the Amazing Atheist, I think. That's his name. I like to call him the Amazing Ass.
The choice has been made. Pillsbury Doughboy.
Yeah, Pillsbury.
It's like Stay Puft Marshmallow.
Yeah,
Man.
kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. It's kind of similar.
His claim to fame, of course,
Similar enough.
is to absolutely rip apart Christians and you know, just mock the whole religion and God and everything else.
Yeah.
You got
Fuck
two other
your
fat
God,
guys, one guy
bitch.
with a mask, and they're going to attack my video, which I,
mean,
exposed for Febreze.
Scotty and
because
Ben are maybe a little chubby, but I wouldn't really call either of them fat.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Fuck you, dude. Try to call me fat.
You're a fucking fat piece of shit, Ben.
Okay, you're right.
Why would they do that? Ask yourself, why would they do that? This is just a few days ago. Why would anyone care to attack my video about Febreze?
You just said that it was because you're getting so popular, and now you're saying, well, why would they attack me? So which one is it?
But I mean, the reason we attack him, like, hasn't he know? Like, the whole premise of our channel is we like watch. Well, we watch news, but we also watch a lot of like crazy fucking people's videos. Like, that's the reason we watch it, is because it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting to look at this segment of humanity, you know?
I mean, like, the thing is, if you really were making such good arguments, then, like, there's nothing we could say that's going to negate that. You know, if you're presenting, like, good concrete evidence that Febreze is dangerous, us making fun of you is not going to really, like, take away from that message, you know? But the fact is, we watched... At least the segment of your video we watched, you never presented even the slightest shred of evidence that Febreze was dangerous to anyone or anything.
No, it was basically it's dangerous because it's dangerous.
It's dangerous because I said so.
There's chemicals
Is it a
in
Quinky
it.
Dink, folks? This is just a couple days ago. This
Buy
is an extremely
Febreze.
popular podcast. A lot of people obviously like it. It's crazy.
Yeah, by the way, I already forgot the name of it. What is it?
Free Thought Radio or
Free
something?
Radio Revolution.
Yeah, Free Radio Revolution.
Endorses the Drunken Peasants and would like everyone to click the like button.
Oh, yes, he does. He loves us.
Or just click the like button anyway.
He loves us.
Yeah.
He loves us.
Click the like button.
Cannot believe. Well, that's how it works, right? People are funneled into these shows, and these guys with their totally awful, lame personalities and their pathetic sense of humor are going to rip me apart for this video and make up a whole bunch of bullshit and also completely lie about the content of the video. They'll only show the first half or 3/4 of it, and they'll skip the entire part where I show all the chemicals, and they'll say that
Chemicals? What?
Yeah, there's chemicals. We're not denying that there's chemicals in Febreze.
Right, but you're just using chemicals as like this blanket term for poisonous shit in Febreze. And just because something's a chemical doesn't mean that, you know, it's going to kill us.
Also, here's a thought. If you want people to actually get to the end of your video where here's an idea. If you have pertinent information, put it at the fucking beginning of the video. Don't fucking blather on for fucking 80 years about a bunch of inconsequential bullshit and then present some evidence for what you're saying at the very end. That doesn't even make any fucking sense. This is a show where we watch videos, and once we get bored or have nothing more to say, we fucking skip ahead. So if you said some brilliant shit after 9 minutes of fucking horse shit, that doesn't matter. We're not going to get that far.
It's just like this fucking video. It's 22 minutes long.
Yeah, it's like no one wants to listen to your fucking stupid ass talk for 22 minutes when you don't even have anything to fucking say.
Yeah, we'll see. You know, we'll give you a fair shot here. We'll give you 5 minutes to make some kind of point here, to get somewhere.
I don't show them anything. I mean, they're going to outright lie. So I ask you this. Why are there so many channels that are making videos attacking me?
Because you're
right
stupid.
now, at this point in time.
So many. You're only giving us one example right now.
There's us, and then there's some vague others that might have happened that we don't even know about. But even if they are attacking, like, maybe they're attacking you because you make shitty arguments, or maybe they're just attacking you because it's the internet and everyone fucking attacks everyone.
Dozens and dozens of videos are going up, ripping me apart Is that a coinky-dink, folks?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I think it's all...
Is anything a coincidence in your world?
It's a good question. Everything seems to be a conspiracy.
Right.
Of a plan. So let's listen in.
About the human race.
Oh my god. So you're saying that the Febreze is deadly?
This video is entitled Febreze Exposed.
Oh my god. Are you guys for real now?
So where was I? Yes, just before I was interrupted by the telephone. Of course, I was ripping apart Febreze.
Yeah, oh god.
Febreze.
Play
with your mind. How they really like to use language.
To trick you.
Symbols, all different things.
Symbols.
Program you into thinking, hey, you know what? Your house is too...
Okay, like how much of this do you really need to play?
Well, you better go out.
He feels the need to play it all.
Spread all these chemicals.
Gotta play it all, idiot.
Your bed. Your children.
TJ, you're gonna spray some Febreze right now?
Anything, right? If it smells, spray it. And if you're a disgusting fat body, well, that's even better because you're going to be even stinkier. So
Oh, another thing. I forgot that you're an asshole too. I didn't mention that, but then I remembered the whole disgusting fat thing. Fuck you, you're an asshole too.
He doesn't like fat people.
Yeah.
He's really like anti-fat. He must be a Redditor.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Couch.
We're watching ourselves watching him.
I know. What the fuck?
This is very strange.
Okay, I'm going to skip this part.
Yeah,
because
let's just skip ahead to somewhere where he's actually talking again, because we already know what fucking happened last week. Like, oh my god, is he just going to play our entire clip where we talk about it?
Anyone from questioning anything at all. And they're going to just try to smear me and whatever I say and twist it. Watch how they twist it.
Okay.
You need to get your shit together. You know what? I'm starting to think you guys are fucking crazier than us. See, my proposal to take over Canada is making more...
Oh, okay, yeah. Remember we laughed at his Canadian accent. Whatever. You know.
More sense. It really is. We gotta get these fucking Canadians under control, man. These people are losing their shit. World War III is gonna be caused by Canada.
It's funny, we heard it like it makes our ears tingle when we hear it.
Yeah, when they go, oh really? Canadian sense is tingling.
Yeah.
But did he say proctology and gamble?
Yeah.
That's weird. It's Proctor, just for the record.
Not, hey, Funny or Die. Hey, wouldn't you know it? They showed up. Remember Funny or Die managed to get free radio.
Wouldn't you know it? They showed up.
You can bet your bottom.
I do want to admit, I probably sound more like Minnesota there anyway.
He fucking... He's playing us, playing him while we're watching him play us.
I know.
It's just... It's becoming, like, confusing.
I know.
Let's just skip ahead to whatever his conclusion is.
Watch. After he sees this, he's going to say that he put all of his arguments in the middle. All right. Let's see.
All my good arguments were in the middle of the video.
Okay. Here we go. This looks like something different.
Not just this website here, but I show all the chemicals that are in there.
Okay.
Right?
All right, good.
You know, it's really something that you can see here. Febreze is classified as an air freshener created by Procter & Gamble. It reports to work by trapping odor molecules and donut-shaped chemicals. The first thing that is really important to understand is that product does not remove odor chemicals, and it does not clean the item it comes in contact with.
Okay, it never claims to.
Odor molecules are still there. Your nose just can't perceive them because the smell of chemical product is there instead, of course.
Yeah, it's like perfume.
So far, none of that is even different than how people know Febreze operates.
Right.
No one thinks that it magically makes the odors disappear.
Yeah, it's not like you spray it on something and wipe it off to clean it.
Yeah, it's not like a Lysol spray.
You spray it into the air.
Right.
It's like a perfume almost to mask, any type of odors.
Right.
That alone should be the first warning. We know inhalation of chemicals is dangerous, and several of the ingredients listed below are known to irritate lungs, but this is the chemicals...
Where's the study that says that?
Well, yeah, I mean, if you breathe it in directly from the bottle, it's probably pretty bad for you.
This is, so his way to support his opinion is to link to another site where other crazy people spout this as if it's fact. It's just like... you can't back up your opinion with someone else's fucking opinion.
Well,
where's the evidence that this is fucking a thing?
I mean, there's chemicals in it that you're not supposed to ingest that are bad for you, but you don't ingest them.
But this is a chemical whose entire purpose is to be inhaled.
No.
Right? They want you to breathe. They want you to breathe Febreze. That's why they call it that.
You're not breathing in.
You're
not breathing in like every chemical in the Febreze bottle. You're just smelling it. You know, like that. Some of the particles are getting in there, but it's such a negligible amount. Like the majority, when you spray the Febreze in the air, the majority is just immediately settling down. You know, and like the thing is, you know, if you want to present an argument against something like Febreze, then you have to have like a peer-reviewed scientific paper that says, you know, Febreze linked to these harmful effects, and this has been looked at by experts, and this has been verified, and you know, there's been an experiment whose results are replicable, or we have this overwhelming mountain of statistical evidence that shows that Febreze is dangerous. Like, in the absence, I'm not, there's nothing you can just, you're not going to scare tactic us and bully us into just agreeing with you, like, oh, this is bad because, you know, chemicals in it, man, and, you know, who knows what's going on there, really, man, and, like, some of that shit could be bad for your lungs. Like, yeah, maybe if you fucking just inhale it like a fucking line of Coke.
Yeah, stick it like right up to your nose and just like spray
oh
it up
man, fuck! This shit really fucks you up, man. Oh shit!
They talk about being
feel high as fuck now.
Can you smell it? You're taking in the chemicals, you fat doughboy piece of shit.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing. Unfortunately, there's not much data being shared on Febreze and their many products,
This is
but the
not
environmental
a
working
credible
group.
site. Who cares what this site says? This site has no fucking credentializations that make it worth listening to. This is obviously, look, you could just see by the ads and the shit on the side that this is just some, like, you know, natural living fucking fibers and veganism bullshit.
EWG did conduct a test of ingredients of one of their products, Febreze Air Effects.
Okay,
Shockingly,
the Environmental Working Group. Let's look it up.
You're gonna look it up?
Yeah, I want to see. I want to
Okay.
see if it's legit.
Okay.
The Environmental Working Group.
I wonder where,
because it's the first actual source of anything that he cited, and I want to see what it is. And you could just keep
I've never
playing
heard of it before.
Procter & Gamble only disclosed 3 ingredients in this product, but the EWG found 87 chemicals in total, you fat piece of shit. Now, this is just one Febreze product, but the fact that only 3 ingredients were disclosed and that so many undisclosed ingredients are dangerous, it is safe to assume that their other air fresheners are just as dangerous. So, yeah, and I got into all the different chemicals that are in this, right? Like BHT, acetaldehyde, dichloryl, propylene glycol. I mean, it's unbelievable. This is what they found.
Right, but you don't fucking drink it to use it. You don't breathe it in. You spray it into the air, away from you.
Yeah, usually you try to like avoid like walking where you sprayed it anyway.
Right, and you kind of
like,
let it settle
for a bit, you know.
Yeah, it's not like you're spraying it on your food or anything like that.
Oh, I don't know. It's great as a seasoning.
Yeah,
Ben.
it's
Have you
flavor.
tried it?
No,
the flavors they burst out.
Shit. Those chemicals, it's the chemical flavor. Nothing tastes better than chemicals, apparently.
Right? Dichloryl 132, these carcinogens, right? Causes cancer, allergies, you know, all these different immunotoxins, non-reproductive organ system toxins, skin, eye, lung. I mean, there's a laundry list of chemicals here that they found in Febreze, and these guys are flat out lying that I didn't show any of that. They cut the video off at that point.
Yeah, this woman looks like a fucking reptile.
Why don't you just kiss Cenk Uger's asshole, TJ?
Yeah.
And why don't you just let Cenk Uger fucking straddle his fucking big fucking hairy ass above your face and squeeze out a
God, we're so funny.
I know.
turd. And tell Mark and fucking come all over your face while you're at it. And then when you get all stinky, you can spray some fucking Febreze on yourself and die. Then raise your bedtime of Noam Chomsky, buddy. Your little bedtime story and fantasies. Liberal fucking piece of shit.
I'm laughing at the same time.
This guy and the Vigilant Christian need to become a tag team. That's true.
Get your family, spray underneath the covers all this Febreze, and then go in there with your little child and breathe it all in.
Yeah,
Breathe it all
breathe
in.
your chemicals in.
Isn't it? It smells like mountain pine, right? So
brainwashed.
Everyone we've been playing videos of tonight are gigglers.
Wow. Okay. Anyway, I looked up the organization he's talking about. It looks pretty legit, and I looked up how they rate Febreze products. They actually rate a lot of household products and chemicals based on like how safe they feel they actually are. And Febreze doesn't do too well, but plenty of other products don't do too well either. There's no reason to even believe that there's some nefarious shit going on there. This is just one group's opinion on the safety levels of this shit. And this is like an environmental group, so they're not exactly an unbiased source here. I mean, I would like to see something in a fucking peer-reviewed journal that actually has like some link between... Basically, all they're saying is some of the stuff in Febreze could potentially be harmful, therefore it is harmful. But there's not... I can't find any study that actually looks at Febreze or looks at, air fresheners in general and tries to determine, is this harmful?
Why would Procter & Gamble risk a lawsuit, if people got sick just by spraying Febreze at, into the open air in a room?
Because they got the government bought and paid for, Ben. Proctology and Gamble, dude.
That's the same
Basically
fucking
the Illuminati.
video, folks. You see? It's the same fucking video.
Chemicals to be able to do that, folks, and they're not eliminating these orders.
This is my
That's
video.
The biggest bullshit lie ever. They're not eliminating anything.
That's
They're
my
putting
video.
All these chemicals into the air, so they.
I'm confused.
Look at this is my video.
Are just as dangerous. Absolutely.
What's your point, dude?
I mean,
maybe someone re-uploaded his video. I don't fucking know.
I don't know what's going on.
At this point, you're an idiot. You're an asshole. Fuck off. We're never going to cover one of your videos again. Goodbye. All right. Next one is a clip.
Free Radio Revolution Ultimate, y'all.
Yeah.
Ultimate.
Man doesn't stand for Pledge of Allegiance. Mayor orders police
execution.
to remove him.
Okay.
And
From life.
Yeah.
By execution.
All about the Pledge of Allegiance.
Holy shit. Stop. Are these men all clones of each other?
That's what it kind of looks like.
What is going on here?
They all shop at the same store, at least.
They're each wearing the exact same shirt. They each have the same skin tone. I mean, it's clear that some of them, like when you actually look at them a little while longer, they look different. But at first, I'm like, holy shit, am I looking at Attack of the Clones here?
It is.
Wait for everyone to rise.
So are you waiting for me?
Yes, sir.
I don't have to.
Well, I would please appreciate you to rise, or you may leave the room. Please, there's no prayer or the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag.
I don't believe I have to do that. Thank you.
I believe you asked a prayer. I believe you willfully did the Pledge of Allegiance. Go ahead, sir.
You can bow your heads with me, please. Father, we thank you for bringing us together tonight. We thank
Bullshit.
You for
Boo!
Yeah. So they're like, you don't have to stand for the prayer, but you have to stand for the pledge.
Bullshit.
I mean, in some ways, the pledge is like a prayer. Like, I mean, that's kind of how I looked at it, because when I went to, a religious school, we always did the pledge and then we prayed in the morning.
Yeah, that's such a reverent thing. I remember when I was in school, the other kids taught me an alternate version of the pledge. It's not very clever, but if you're like single-digit age kid in grade school, it's
okay.
fun.
Let's hear it.
It was I pledge allegiance to the flag. Michael Jackson is a fag.
Yep.
That is why when he sings, he always likes to grab his thing. That's how it went.
Yeah, I've heard that one before.
You heard that one before? Yep. I wonder if that's probably not still going around in schoolyards, though.
Probably not. No, because Michael Jackson's even alive
not
anymore.
even a relevant reference anymore.
Gift
It's kind of sad thinking today's kids won't get to enjoy that.
gift of friendship and the gift of community. We ask that you be with us today as we make decisions that guide our city for the future.
Oh my God! What a bunch of fucking morons!
Our employees and our residents and our businesses in the city of Winter Garden. And we know that any time in our lives where we experience distress, it's just your way of bringing us closer to you.
Shut
and we
up.
thank you for allowing us to be in a country where we're free to believe and think and pray that we can and be together here in public. And we ask this in your precious name. Amen.
Amen.
So they're gonna
Now,
thank their pitiful God for being free, and then they're gonna kick him out for not saying the pledge.
Thanks for letting us.
Dear God, thanks for letting us be free. Stand for the pledge, sir. No thanks. Get him out of here.
Yep.
Kick him out.
Freedom. Thanks, God.
Thanks for freedom, God. We love you, God. Big guy. Yeah.
They don't have to in school, too.
Yes, and they don't
Yes,
have
in
to
respect
either.
for our country,
I understand,
You
sir.
have one of two choices, sir. You may please stand for the pledge. You don't have to say it, but please stand.
No.
I don't have to do that.
I'd be like,
Okay.
no, why don't you fuck off,
Asking
old
me to
piece of
stand,
stupid shit.
Please escort him out until we get through the pledge.
No. Bullshit, unconstitutional, fuck you, sue these motherfuckers into oblivion. Sue every last one of these fucking
It's
clones.
not fair to our troops and people overseas.
Fuck the
not fair to our
Fuck your
troops.
troops, you piece of shit. They're not your troops in the first place. And second of all, if you believe the troops fought for your freedom, that should include the freedom not to fucking stand
Exactly.
and obey a fucking flag. If you don't have to you don't have to recite the magical incantation if you don't want to, but you at least have to stand in awe and reverence of those who do.
So these guys are Christian. Isn't one of the 10 Commandments not to have false idols? I mean,
yeah,
aren't
like
they basically
the flag?
praying
I mean,
to
I swear allegiance to this flag. It's
Yeah.
like bullshit. That's against your own fucking commandments, you stupid fuck.
I say, okay.
Punch that cop in the dick.
Okay.
Punch that cop in the dick, Punch that cop in the dick. Punch that cop in the dick, Punch that cop in the dick. Why didn't you do it? This guy's a pussy.
Yeah. So
should have punched that cop in the dick.
So that's basically what happened
Oh,
there.
it was Orlando. Well, no wonder.
Yeah, Florida.
Yeah. Old people.
Next clip we have is Megyn Kelly with Rudy Giuliani talking about the Obama hates America statement.
Breaking tonight, new outrage and backlash over an incendiary comment about the President of the United States by the man they call America's mayor. Last night, Rudy Giuliani, the man who led New York City through the 9/11 attacks, was speaking at a private dinner.
How did he leave?
Yeah, that's what I'm like. He happened to be mayor when that happened. That's, I mean, like anyone.
Sure.
There's no special qualification for that.
And he didn't, of course, he didn't go run and hide when it happened. He did his job.
Sure. Like, that's admirable. He fucking, he didn't really do a piss poor job. I mean, there was a few things that you could be critical of, but whatever. I'm sure anyone could criticize anyone in that situation. But, does he really deserve a pat on the back just because he happened to be mayor when that happened? Like, I'm pretty sure that 90% of people elected mayor would have, done pretty much the same shit he did.
I see Hillary Clinton there, too. She was a senator for New York at the time.
Right.
So why did she help lead, too?
Is she America's senator?
Yeah.
In the audience was White House hopeful Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker and dozens of Republican bigwigs. Mayor Giuliani saying to the crowd, quote, "I do not believe, and I know this is a horrible thing to say, but I do not believe that the president loves America. He doesn't love you and he doesn't love me. He wasn't brought up the way you were brought up and I was brought up, through love of this country."
How do you, first of all, how do you know about Obama's upbringing? Like, if your only real source for how Obama was brought up that's even, remotely credible is Obama's own book, which kind of makes it clear that he was brought up to love America. I mean, he had a fucking grandfather who was an American war veteran, for fuck's sake. I mean, the thing is that I don't understand this idea, Rudy Giuliani saying, Obama doesn't love me and he doesn't love you. I don't fucking want Obama to love me. He doesn't even know who the fuck I am.
Right.
Why should Obama love Rudy fucking Giuliani?
Right, he knows who Rudy Giuliani is.
Yeah, and what the fuck is there to love? I don't love Rudy Giuliani. I'll fucking, I'll spare you that. I probably don't love most of the people watching Rudy Giuliani at some Republican fucking fundraiser. Does that mean that doesn't mean I'm not patriotic? I'm not, but not because of that.
Yeah, that's not a measure of your patriotism.
It's he doesn't. I mean, this is just, and it's so weird to me that we're gonna have an argument about how the president emotionally feels deep inside. Like, how would you possibly fucking know? How could you even possibly speculate? I mean, we kind of delved into this last time, but...
Right, but well, this time, you know, she actually does kind of ask him some real questions. She doesn't just pitch him softballs the whole time.
Well, Megyn Kelly sometimes is okay.
Right.
Sometimes she's just a total shill. Every once in a while, she's not.
Backlash was quick and it was harsh.
I'm just sorry to hear that, and I find it wrong in every possible way that it could be wrong.
A leader of the Republican Party said that the president doesn't love us and doesn't love the country. If the Republican Party really wants to be taken seriously, really wants to avoid its problems of the past, now is the time for its leaders to stop this kind of nonsense. Enough!
The president's team also getting involved today. The Deputy White House Press Secretary Eric Schultz taking a shot at the mayor over his failed run for president, saying, quote, Mr. Giuliani test drove this line of attack during his fleeting 2007 run for the presidency.
Honestly, the response from this should have been that, like, Obama should have just made a song to Rudy Giuliani, like, telling him how much he loved him. Maybe like, loving you.
I've been thinking about you.
It's easy 'cause you're ugly.
Nosferatu, man.
Nosferatu. Yeah.
You gonna hit the high note?
No, I can't.
Okay.
I agree with him on one thing. It was a horrible thing to say. Here now to respond, former New York City mayor and former Republican presidential candidate.
Look at him. Ain't I a stinker?
Rudy Giuliani. Mr. Mayor, do you want to apologize for your comment?
Careful, Megyn Kelly. He might bite your nose off.
The reality is, from all that I can see of this president, all that I've heard of him, he apologizes for America. He criticizes America.
Oh, my God. Not criticism of America.
What's wrong with apologizing? I mean, so are you just going to say that America never does anything wrong and there's never a reason that we should apologize for anything?
Like, I think that, like, Rudy Giuliani's, like, vision of America is, like, America should just be, like, a sociopath that does whatever it wants. It never feels any regret or remorse, even when it fucks up. And, you know, it should never be self-critical. It just be like, I'm the greatest. Fuck everyone else. I'm gonna bomb that country. Hey, those were a lot of innocent people you killed. So fucking what? I ain't apologizing, bitch. I'm America.
Yeah.
About the Crusades and how the Christians were barbarians, leaves out the second half of the sentence that the Muslims were barbarians also.
No. Once again, you stupid fucking miserable cretinous fuck. The entire reason he was bringing up Christian extremism was to contrast it with Muslim extremism. The Muslim extremism was already a fucking granted. Did you not even listen to what he fucking said, or are you just trying to misrepresent it to people who you know are fucking stupid enough to listen, you dumb ass?
Well, this is on Fox News.
Right, exactly my fucking point.
Yeah.
He sees Christians slaughtered and doesn't stand up and hold a press conference, although he holds a press conference for the situation in Ferguson. He sees Jews being killed for anti-Semitic reasons, doesn't stand up and hold...
Jews killed for anti-Semitic reasons.
When did any of this happen, and what like, does Obama have to have a press conference every time anyone anywhere in the world dies? Sad, just like every time, like Obama just needs a list. Here's a list of everyone who died today, sir. We want you to fucking read it on national TV and cry a lot.
That would be his whole fucking job. That's all he would do all day.
Except for the Muslim sounding names. Don't cry so much at those. You know, read them, but don't cry.
But that would mean Obama would have to like change his own name.
You know, yeah, and if you come across, well, he should have changed his name anyway if he was a true American.
Yeah.
You know, he should have changed his name to, like, you know, Brett Swanson or some shit.
Hold a press conference. This is an American president I've never seen before.
But to say that he doesn't love America, I mean, that he could view foreign policy as a Democrat might view it, and through a different lens than you, a Republican, might see it. You can understand the differences between you, but to condemn his patriotism, to question his love of America?
I'm not condemning his patriotism. Patriots can criticize. They're allowed to criticize.
Okay, then what's the fucking point?
Well, let's see what he says.
He's back. You're back. You basically just backpedaled yourself into oblivion. There's nothing you could say now. You've lost all credibility because you just basically you took your own points, and as soon as she challenged them, you pulled them all back. Like, oh well, never mind anything I just said, but I still stand by the things I said.
Yeah. I apologize, but I don't apologize.
I don't hear from him what I heard from Harry Truman, what I heard from Bill Clinton, what I heard from Jimmy Carter, which is these wonderful words about what a great country we are, what an exceptional country we are.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you'd have a fucking
country.
hard time finding Obama compliment America, guys. Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure he uses all the same cliches as every other fucking American politician ever. Like, the greatest country on the fucking face of the earth and all that bullshit. You know, I'm pretty sure I've heard him say that just as much as any goddamn other president that's ever existed.
He said, we're an exceptional country, but so is Greece. Back 3,000
Doesn't mean he doesn't love America.
Well, I haven't.
A lot of.
Oh, but he likes Greece too. Or, well, I think he was talking about ancient Greece.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so if you think that ancient Greece was also exceptional, then you don't love America.
It was way ahead of its time.
No, Ben, but if you admit that, you're somehow against America, dude.
Liberals don't believe in American exceptionalism, but that doesn't mean they don't love America.
Well, I don't feel it. I don't feel it. I don't feel.
I don't feel
I think
the love.
I don't feel it. So now it's because he doesn't feel it.
Who gives a fuck what you feel, you miserable old bag of shit?
Crowd. I'm talking about a man who grew up.
You ever
under the
notice that he's
influence
slowly
of
turning
Frank-
into Orville Redenbacher, by the way? Like, seriously, it's happening. I mean, Orville Redenbacher had hair. That's about the only difference.
Why don't you get my new buttered popping corn?
But, like, as he withers away, he looks more and more like Orville Redenbacher to me. I want him to, I want a Rudy Giuliani to just hand me popcorn at the movie theater. That should be his actual job.
Marshall Davis, who was a member of the Communist Party, who he refers to over and over in his book, who was a tremendous critic of the United States. This is a man who worked under Saul Alinsky, who was a tremendous critic of the United States. I believe his initial approach is to criticize this country and then afterwards to say a few nice things about us.
But when you say that he wasn't raised to love America, I mean, he was raised in part by his grandparents. His grandfather served in World War II. His grandmother worked in a munitions plant to help the nation.
And they were both white. Come on, white people love America.
White people love America. Except for that damn dude that wouldn't even stand for the pledge earlier.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if he was white or not.
I'm pretty sure he was.
Oh.
He sounded white when he was talking. I mean,
to suggest he was raised by people who don't love America or who didn't help him learn to love America.
Well, his grandfather introduced him to Frank Marshall Davis, who was a communist, who the president says.
Okay, so wait, but hold on. But
he knew a communist.
You could. It's possible to be a communist and love America. I mean,
no, it's not, TJ.
Yes, it is. It totally is. And it's also possible to know a communist and respect them and still love America.
And not be a communist.
Right. You know, you can be a non-communist and have friends who are communists, just like you can be a conservative and have liberal friends, or a liberal and have conservative friends, or vice versa. Like, the only thing that would stop you from having friends outside of your own belief system is your own prejudices.
World War II.
Okay, you can fight in World War II, and then you introduce someone to a communist, and the young boy gets.
It's a political worldview. It's not a hatred for the country.
Communism wasn't.
Wow, you know, it's so it's like Bizarro World every time I see something like this on Fox News, where someone actually argues, you know, the left side. You know,
I guess they let Megan's. They're like, okay, Megan, for this brief segment, we want you to make sense, just so you can destroy Giuliani, so we can get rid of him.
Yeah, he's out. He's outstayed his welcome.
You know, you're allowed to make sense just for this one occasion. You got to go right back to shilling our bullshit propaganda afterwards, but right now you can actually say things that are sensible.
His grandfather, if he had a leftist view of how politics in the United States should run, does that mean he doesn't love America? Does it mean his grandson doesn't?
Kelly, how about being in a church for 17 years, where the minister of the church says, it's not God loves America, but goddamn America.
Also, now he's bringing up Reverend Wright.
Now, if you were in that church, wouldn't you quit that church?
Okay, but there's absolutely no evidence Obama was there that day. And even if he was, it's pretty clear what Reverend Wright was actually fucking saying with the sermon. And by the way, it's something that a lot of conservatives actually agree with, which is just the concept of fucking blowback. You know, we fucking fuck around in the Middle East too damn much. We piss off a bunch of fucking radical Muslims, and they come over here and try to fuck our shit up.
Right, killing civilians.
And that was what Reverend Wright was talking about. He was saying, God damn America, because we fucking brought it on ourselves. And no one wanted to just fucking, no one had the balls to say that, even though it was the fucking truth.
How can you support that anti-American monster, TJ?
I mean, I don't give a fuck about America one way or the goddamn other. The only reason I care about America is just because where I live. That's about it.
I'm going to ask you that. Would you quit that church?
Well, listen, it's not about me, but it's not about me. But I want to ask you this because
I know you would quit that church. And the reason you would is because you were brought up about how exceptional this country is, how wonderful this country is. I am saying, and I may be wrong, it's my opinion and I'm entitled to it, I do not detect in this man the same rhetoric, the same language, the same love of America that I detected in other American presidents, including Democrats. And I think it guides a lot of the things that he says and a lot of the things that he does.
Let me ask you this.
This is just fucking an attention grab for a fucking guy with a flagging political career.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't been in
It's
office
nothing
in a
more.
long time.
He can't even properly intellectually defend what he's saying. He's just basically resorted to, I got this gut feeling that Obama don't love America. It's like, okay, well, who gives a shit? Your gut feeling means nothing to anyone. Why don't you
Debbie
just
Wasserman
fuck
Schultz,
off?
she's all upset about what you said.
Well, she's always
just for the record.
Oh, well, she's always upset.
She's always
liberal
about something.
She didn't condemn Barack Obama when he called George W. Bush unpatriotic. She had no problem with that, and she has said a lot of incendiary things.
I did not call him unpatriotic.
I know, but she.
Oh, yeah, Giuliani's confused now.
She suggested you did. She had an issue with that. Barack Obama actually did call George W. Bush unpatriotic, and Debbie Wasserman Schultz had no problem with that. What I want to ask you, though, because I have you here instead of her, right, is you went on Hannity's show back in 2007 when you were running, and this is back when General Petraeus was testifying for Congress on the Iraq War and the surge and defending it. And MoveOn.org had taken out an ad in the New York Times calling him General Petraeus. Right. And you were upset about that. You had the following exchange. I want to ask you whether
fuck General Petraeus and his fucking miserable ass.
The reports that you provide to us really require the willing suspension of disbelief.
It comes on the same day as the MoveOn.org ad.
See what I mean? Look, like there, he's not as Orville Redenbacher as he is now.
Quite a bit older now.
Well, he's not quite a bit older. He's only 7 years. Well, I guess 8 years older.
Yeah,
that's not that much.
8 years is a lot. There's a lot of years to age,
I guess.
Times,
but he looks 20 years older now.
Being a traitor. This is a despicable attack. Hillary Clinton should disown.
Hold on. There's a difference between calling him General Betray Us and calling him a traitor. You know, a traitor is a very specific charge. I mean, I think what we're saying is he's betraying us by basically being a mouthpiece for the Bush administration and convincing people to keep an obviously unwise and unjust war from ending.
The funny thing is that I think General Petraeus supported Obama. I'd have to look that up.
I mean, he might have down the line, but all I know is at this time he was fucking sucking the Bush administration's dick and be like, yeah, fucking Surge is great. It's working awesome. It's fucking Surge, yeah.
Surge.
Surge.
Surge is delicious, isn't it?
Surge. The Surge is working in America. The Surge is working. Next.
You want to go next?
I think I've fucking looked at this ugly fuck enough.
All right. Let's see here.
General Betray Us.
This is Terminal Police slaps man.
Slap him. The Walking Dead.
So this is a homeless guy that I believe he's in this terminal trying to use the restroom so that he doesn't have to piss outside.
Oh.
Relax.
Fuck you.
I'm telling you right now what's going to happen. I'm telling you right now what's going to happen. I'm escorting you out right now. You're not going to go pee. You're not supposed to be here, okay? So get up. I'll push you to the ground and I'll pick you up if you're fucking trying to fight me. That's what's going to happen. You're trying to fight me. Okay, I'm just telling you right now. Get up. I'm not. Get up. Get up.
Whoa. uncalled for. Even the stuff before that was uncalled for. But
how we threw him down on the ground.
Yeah, but that was like extremely uncalled for.
What a piece of shit.
This is cops in America, man.
Yeah.
Every last one of them is just garbage.
I wouldn't say every last
one,
Okay,
Ben.
well.
I'm not fucking around with you. Don't fucking touch me. Don't fucking touch me.
Hey, you touched him, you piece of garbage. I hope that cop gets fucked in the ass by a rhinoceros.
Put your hand in your back.
Just smoking.
I know, but just take it off now. Seriously.
You don't want to.
Too bad he doesn't have another cop there to be like, camera, bro, code 7.
Yeah.
Code 7, bro, get the camera.
So, I guess we'll have to check and see if there's a follow-up story to this, but, I mean, obviously this isn't as bad as shooting him.
Still just shows what douchebags.
He hit him pretty hard.
Some cops in America are. Sure, there's plenty of nice cops that would have given the homeless man a flower and pat him on his head and said, give him a little kiss on the forehead and be like, of course you can use the restroom, sir. Why wouldn't you be able to do that?
All right, so we'll move on to the next one. Brace yourself, TJ.
I'm braced.
Ready?
Braced.
I'd like to start out this video by apologizing to TJ. In my last video, I suggested
don't apologize
that
to
he
me,
stated
disgusting.
that once you control for things, that there's these shadow variables that can account for the rest of the gap.
The shadow
variables.
variables.
I said something different. That was just a lapse of memory on my part. I went back and watched it.
A lapse of memory. Bullshit. You mean you mean you didn't even fucking understand what I was saying, and you came out fucking half-cocked with some bullshit, and then it turned out to be wrong, and now you're just backtracking.
It's like we agree on what the studies say, at least for the most part.
Uh-huh.
But my biggest contention...
So hold on. This is about the wage gap,
yes,
right?
Yes.
So, wage gap.
This is a response to the last time we talked about it.
In case anyone's not following the thread, basically, it's like Obama said in a speech, 77% of... no, I'm sorry, not 77%, but women get 77 cents on the dollar for doing the same work as a man. This is a common feminist statistic. You see it all over the place. I was even watching this show Rick and Morty, which I recommend to anyone, by the way. It's an Adult Swim show. I was even watching that show, and the same statistic was in the show. Only they said 70%. They said 70. There was a character who says, "Women are paid 70 cents on the dollar for doing the same work as men." So I mean, this is a statistic that is permeated many different corners and facets and aspects of our fucking culture, and he's gonna sit there and act like, oh, that was just Obama misspoke, or it's not feminists that are propagating that. Of course it's feminists propagating that. Who else would be propagating such a statistic? I even saw there was even when my wife or ex-wife used to work at Goodwill, there was a little photocopy on one of the doors there that said women are paid 77 cents on the dollar for doing the same work as men. So I mean, like, I've seen this statistic all over the fucking place. I've heard feminists use it in conversations and interviews. I've seen them flaunt it all the time. And now he's gonna act like, oh well, that statistic, that's just it's not feminists propagating that. That's just your opinion or something. It's not just my opinion.
This video was that he suggested feminists are liars because the president said in State
it's
of
not
the
just
Union
the president,
ago
though,
that women earn 77 cents for the same job. Now that statement as a whole is what's important here. 77 cents for the same job. And now a lot of the reaction, including from the Drunken Peasants, is like, oh, well, it's obvious that feminists are propagating this because the president said it. What else could it be? It's just obvious, right?
It is obvious.
That is skepticism.
That is skepticism. Who else would propagate that statistic? I've seen the feminists use it. I'm sure that everyone else watching this video right now has seen the feminists use that statistic. I mean, you're frankly asking people to just disbelieve what they've seen and experienced for themselves and just take your word for it that it's not feminists doing this. I mean, look, just go fucking type this shit into a Google search And, I mean, well, the first few entries you'll get will actually be things debunking the fucking wage gap, because most people have realized by now that it's bullshit. But if you dig deep down, you'll find that you'll find plenty of feminists who are citing that statistic and saying, yeah, this is the way fucking shit is. But it's not. It's a totally misleading statistic. It would actually be somewhat realistic if you just said, oh, well, we compared the overall median income of men and the overall median income of women, and it's 77 cents on the dollar. That would be, I think it's based on the median. I don't know if it might be based on the average, but I'm pretty sure it's based on the median incomes. But that would be honest, but it really doesn't mean anything because the women aren't doing the same work. Just comparing how much every man makes and every woman makes and not factoring in any other variables whatsoever is extraordinarily misleading when you fucking trot that statistic out. Because even if you don't say afterwards that, it's for the same work, it still implies that there's this wage gap that, it's industry by industry. You're still insinuating that, if a woman and a man are working the same job, the woman is going to be probably getting paid 77 cents on the dollar. And that's just not true. It's deceptive as fuck.
That's a conspiracy. Because there are a number of alternatives that are much more plausible, in that maybe the president made a mistake. Maybe they didn't fact check. Maybe they didn't look what was going on when they wrote the speech. Maybe it was for political gain, right? Many talking points are misleading in some way. Maybe the president said it to earn some points so that people could understand it a little bit better. There are a lot of more reasonable explanations than feminists kept saying this and the president repeated it. Or the president...
do I have to really go and just find all the times that feminists have actually used this statistic? Will that shut him up? I'm just going to ask Ryan Wiley outright. If I go around and I show you, I don't know, let's say 10 examples of feminists citing that statistic. Even before Obama said it. If I find 10 examples of feminists spewing that statistic before it ever left Obama's lips, will you then agree with what I said? Will you then say I'm right?
Has been taken over by feminists. Now, the largest response I've gotten from this is, oh, but feminists say the 77 cent statistic all the time. Yes, that's true. The wage gap is 77 cents. Again, hear me out, because I feel like a lot of people will be like, no, it isn't.
All right, here you go. Hold on.
If you...
in fact, I'm not even going to do it. I'm just going to ask the audience to do it, because Ryan Wiley has a Twitter. He has a fucking YouTube. I'm sure he has a Facebook somewhere. But I know he has a fucking Twitter. So, why don't you guys do this? I know a lot of you don't have lives. That's fine. So, go search the internet, scour the internets for examples of feminists using that statistic, and send them to Ryan Wiley so that he can be satisfied in seeing that, yes, it is feminists who are spewing the statistic nonstop, ad nauseum, all the time,
just send
round
it to
the fucking
him
clock.
And just label what it is. Don't harass him. Don't fuck with him.
No. Give it. He wants the information.
Yeah,
give him the fucking information.
Just give him the information.
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
He has a demand for this knowledge, so supply him. That's all you should do, and that's all I want to watch of this shit.
At the end, he says that he is willing to come on the show.
Well, he said that 1,000,000 times. Big fucking deal.
So
is he going to come on or is he not going to come on?
I'll book him. I'll book him to come on eventually.
If he wants to come on, he can come on. I hope he comes on with Mercedes Carrera because I want to see that fucking debate, and she already is willing to do it. So let's fucking see that. Let's see Mercedes Carrera versus Ryan Wiley in a debate. Doesn't have to be about Gamergate. It can just be about feminism in fucking general.
Could be about the wage gap.
Sure, could be about the wage gap. Could be about anything. I want to see those two go at it.
Even though you already came on our show and talked to Jacqueline about the wage gap, I think, maybe it would be a little more interesting to talk about something else.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm sure it could be a fun little conversation between those two. They got a lot in common,
Yes, so much.
So much in common.
Oh, here's a video from The Beast.
The Beast! He's ballin'.
Hello, Joe here.
Oh, he's not the Beast Stage.
And yes,
Joe.
I'm back.
You're back.
I haven't made a video for a few days. Yes, I apologize for that.
Guess who's back?
Anyway. Now, I've actually been seen on YouTube still a lot lately. Those really mediocre RIP comments that are from unoriginal try-hard trolls.
RIP?
And no, I'm not a neo-hipster, so don't even fucking say that.
Neo-hipster?
No, I'm not a neo-hipster. So
I'm not a neo-hipster.
I'm not even a fucking hipster in general. Okay? Get that right.
Okay, sorry, buddy.
Hipsters suck, and I know it.
Okay.
Let's get rid of these dumb words like swag and YOLO and fucking obey and bullshit like that.
Wait. We should get rid of the word obey.
Obey? Yeah.
Like swag.
Swag and YOLO.
I mean, like, I don't even. I honestly, YOLO, whatever. That's already pretty much dead on its own. Who cares?
Yeah, this is old though. This is
yeah,
like
it's
2013.
like 2013. And swag. I mean, I honestly don't even know what the fuck swag means, and I don't care. So it's really not that hard to avoid, you know. Basically, if anyone starts using that word seriously, you just ostracize them from your social circle.
Oh, somewhere in this video, this is a long video, so we're not going to play the whole thing, but I guess somewhere in this video he proves that he's 22 years old. So
that's creepy.
Yeah.
Get rid of that fucking shit, okay? Bling is not for swag fags. Bling is style. Just remember that.
So wait.
Okay.
He's against the word swag, and he's against the word YOLO, and he's mysteriously against the word obey, but he's not against the word bling.
Bling, or apparently not the word ballin'.
Yeah,
either.
ballin' is cool. Bling is cool. Like
B words.
What is? I get. Yeah, I guess that must be it. Any word that starts with a B, like he likes beast, he likes ballin', he likes bling. Check out the beast ballin' bling, y'all.
So what? I have a hat that says ballin'. I got that on the 27th. So today is the 29th of December 2013, of course. 10:56 p.m.
I don't understand how that's at all pertinent, relevant, or has anything to do with the hat itself.
What?
It says ballin'. I got it on the 27th.
I got it 2 days ago.
So, you know, that what is the what are we supposed to infer from that?
And truthfully, yes, I know I haven't made a video for a few days. I don't really care.
You're a badass,
dude. The first thing I want to get onto before I get to the topic of this video is trolls
in space.
Stop with the RIP comments. Do not see on cam.
I see. He didn't make a video for a couple days, so a bunch of trolls were like, "R.I.P. the Beast."
You're
or
all
something.
saying that he was dead.
Yeah, I've had that happen to me too, but never after 2 days. Like if I'm like having like one of these weird weeks where I don't do videos or something. It doesn't really happen too much since I started doing the Drunken Peasants, but you know, like if I had a week where I didn't post much on the Amazing Atheist, or I don't post on any of my social media for a while, people will start doing like, R.I.P. the Amazing Atheist.
Yeah.
R.I.P. He's gone but not forgotten.
He died of a banana wound to his
Good
ass.
night, sweet prince.
Do you not see the timestamp that I'm trying to point at right now?
Yeah,
and I'm
man.
not pointing at the closet.
Okay.
I'm trying to point what's up in the corner of what is supposed to be the screen
right.
that is showing the timestamp.
Oh, okay.
Okay, thanks
Okay,
for
buddy,
explaining.
thanks. We all understand the concept
you can
of
see
the
it's December
timestamp.
29th, 2013.
Yeah, okay, sure
Alright.
is. Okay.
There you have it.
Right.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy. Gotcha.
Trolls, why don't you shut the hell up with the RIP comments, I'm not dead. Go somewhere else. But it's coming to 2014, and I'm getting too old for this crap. Alright, I'm getting too old for this. Well, not for YouTube, or video games, or music, or anything like that.
Well, then what?
But I'm getting too old for judging people.
Okay.
What?
Too old for that.
Wait a minute.
Okay?
I don't know if you're aware of this. This might be kind of embarrassing, but you just judged a whole bunch of people before saying that. you were like, anyone who says these words is bad, anyone who writes this comment is bad, and anyone who, and you said something about swag fags. That sounds kind of judgmental. I don't know exactly what that means, but it doesn't sound like you're,
now,
abstaining from judgment there.
I want to give some actual dating tips out to you guys and you girls.
Yeah, finally.
Or as I would put it, you ladies.
Ben.
Okay?
Write this down, buddy.
As I would put it, you ladies.
Hello, ladies.
Val Venus.
Yeah. Yeah, we gotta jot this shit down.
Okay.
This is important. You got a pen?
Yeah, I got
I don't
one.
want to open my pen back here. I have a pen still in their package. Yeah, okay. I'm ready.
All right, here we go. The Beast. Dating advice.
Yeah, this is going to be valuable to me.
Yes, I have a ball and hat on, and I got this on the 27th, like I said.
Okay. Awesome, buddy. Awesome.
Along with 4 other hats and one on Christmas.
Is
which
this
makes 5.
Is this the dating tips or?
I think so.
Anyway, here we go.
Okay.
For you guys.
Uh-huh.
Dating tip number 1.
Okay, this is guys.
Size does not matter.
Size
Okay?
does
Now, I know I
not-
have older videos saying, oh, your size does matter, blah, blah, blah. No, you know what? I'm too old for that.
Too
I
old
am
for that
way
shit.
too old for that, okay? I'm 2 years old. I'm getting over that now.
Yeah, you're over
Okay?
it.
I'm getting over that.
So,
I'm getting over.
when you talk about size not mattering, is he talking about like the fact that his dick is really small, or is he talking about the fact that his body is enormously large?
I think he means dick size.
He's talking about dick size.
Yeah,
right?
that's what it sounds like.
Okay. Size
So
does
size does
if
not
it-
matter.
It doesn't matter if it's like a fucking manatee or a tic tac. It's all the same
Yeah.
to any woman, They're basically just dead between their thighs, so.
Over my fucking older videos, and I don't care. Because older videos don't mean shit. Anyway, the thing is, guys, that girls have
Can we just
attended
let's get to number 2, buddy.
see to either be skinny.
Or maybe he does mean like body size.
I think he does.
Huh.
I think he's talking about
Like,
body size.
You know what I mean by skinny, attractive, whatever. Yeah,
Skinny doesn't always mean attractive.
Yeah, you could be a skinny bitch that's ugly as hell.
Attractive,
Cinderella's stepsisters were
average,
skinny.
big, well, semi-big, and big
As
in
big,
general.
like semi-big is
And
as
then
big as a
there's
semi?
extra large, if I could put it that way and not be so mean about it, because I'm not trying to be.
Okay,
but,
so wait a minute. I figured out what this is. This is like the Beast has given up on being like, I'm going to be with this perfect, attractive girl. Now he's just like letting all the girls know, like, all right, I'll take what I can get, ladies.
Yeah, now he's saying, I'm too old for this.
Too old for that. Any bitch that'll have me, please, just write me, let me know. I don't care. You can have an arm growing out of your fucking asshole. It's fine. The Beast is fine.
No, wait. Actually, in dating site terms, it would be a few extra pounds. Technically, I have a few extra pounds.
You do.
So, guys,
A few extra pounds.
here's dating tip number 1. Once again, size doesn't matter.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay?
Okay.
When you go find a woman, and I know I want to, size
real bad.
doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Okay? It
One.
doesn't
Gotcha.
matter.
Number 1. Size doesn't matter.
The same goes for you ladies.
Okay.
Size does not matter.
All right.
It doesn't matter which guy you go out with. Guys, yes, I said this for you, and I'm saying it for the ladies too.
So number
Size-
2 or...
I don't think he's made it. He keeps saying size doesn't matter. Isn't that number 1?
Yeah, it's number 1. He keeps saying... I'm just saying, like, is he going to get to number 2 at some point?
It
It's
doesn't
like,
seem like it so far.
he's
It
just like,
doesn't matter at
size doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter if you're
matter.
attractive.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter if you're average.
Gotcha.
Doesn't matter if you're semi-big or you're big in general or you have a few extra pounds. I have a few extra pounds. Or actually, maybe I'm semi-big.
No. You're what we call a mammoth. You know, the hunter-gatherers used to chase you across the tundra. You're not what's known as semi-big, unless you mean as big as a semi-truck.
Or maybe big in general. I don't know which one. But really, to be honest, it doesn't matter what size a woman is, guys.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Gotcha. Number one, fine. You don't need to reiterate the point 7,000 fucking
I'm giving
times.
him one more minute to get to number 2.
Get to number 2, buddy.
And girls, it's the same with you and guys.
Gotcha.
Size doesn't matter at all.
We got it, buddy.
Got it.
We got that.
So it doesn't... So for both sides of the coin...
Oh my God!
It doesn't matter who...
I don't get what his point is, TJ. What's he trying to say, really?
I think he's trying to say that size matters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that's what's come. I mean,
That was
it's
the
very
point.
confusing because it's very complicated. You know, he speaks like a fucking Rhodes Scholar, and you know, it's not always accessible to laymen like me. But I think that's what he's saying.
I see.
You go out with...
Maybe if he reiterates his point a few more times, I'll be able to actually like get it to sink in my head. You know.
It doesn't matter the size.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
The size doesn't really matter.
The size doesn't matter.
we're done. We're done
the
with
size
you.
that doesn't... because no, Ben, listen. Listen, the size, it doesn't matter, buddy.
I can't listen to
the size doesn't matter. The size doesn't matter, Ben.
I'm so done.
The size doesn't matter, buddy. Ben,
All right.
Ben. All right, let's see. I'm gonna give you a quiz based on based on his tips so far.
Okay.
The size A does matter or B doesn't matter.
Did C all of the above?
Yeah, C is all of the above.
I go with C.
You know C?
Yeah.
Well, that's half right.
Oh, okay,
So,
50%.
Pretty good. Pretty good. 50%. That's an A.
Yeah. All right. So after that, we're gonna move on.
That was incredible, though. I really love the way that he reiterated the exact same point for 25 minutes.
Yeah.
That was very special.
All right, on to one of your favorite YouTubers.
I went back and
Oh,
watched
actually,
the Star Wars.
Actually, no. This isn't the Vigilant Christian. This is somebody else who's like the Vigilant Christian.
Right.
My mistake.
Yeah.
Force Awakens trailer again, and I noticed something.
Yeah, you noticed something.
Star Wars
That's
is Illuminati.
Oh, yeah.
Disney is Illuminati.
Right,
Look
yeah.
this photo I've drawn. This is from the teaser trailer.
It's
We've got
amazing.
a dark Sith Lord.
You're a great talent.
With an upside down crucifix.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a lightsaber, guys. That's an upside down crucifix.
Did he draw this in like MS Paint or something like that?
Yeah. Also, an upside down crucifix. I mean,
in Catholicism, an upside down crucifix is St. Peter's cross.
Right, because St. Peter didn't feel he was worthy of dying the same way Christ did.
Right.
And so actually the Catholic Church uses the upside down cross as a symbol of Christ. But also, I mean, like it's obviously meant to, I mean, like as stupid as that lightsaber design is, let's not get on that fucking shit again, but it is. Like, it's obviously meant to be a cross guard on a sword, which is what lightsabers are. They're swords made of lasers. So, it's clearly not an upside-down cross at all. And also, even if it was, I don't know if you noticed this, but it was in the possession of the bad guy.
Right.
So...
It's Illuminati. Yeah.
Woods in that photo, but when you hold a lightsaber, you hold it up. And that shows this is an upside down crucifix.
Oh, yeah. True.
And it's red.
Yep.
Satan.
Like Satan.
The Sith Lord is
or Santa.
Dark cape.
Which is just an
does it
anagram of
resemble
Satan.
The Reaper who meets you to take you to hell after you watch his video? No fucking shit, The Force Awakens.
But there's no... Is there a Grim Reaper in the Bible? I don't remember the Grim Reaper making an appearance in the Bible.
No, I don't remember
yeah,
that.
I don't remember.
Because I've watched this trailer 2 times now. So I'm going to go to a deeper layer of hell for this. I am fucked. Jesus can't save me from this. I'm fucked. 41 million people as of now have watched this teaser trailer on their main teaser trailer. There's other versions of that on YouTube with millions of views as well.
Wait, everyone who's even just watched the trailer innocently, like, ooh, new Star Wars, like, their souls are just damned just because they, like, even looked at this? It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, this almost seems like a troll.
I would say that this is almost a troll or not a troll moment.
Yeah,
troll or not a troll.
We didn't set up another poll, but I don't know. How do you feel about it?
I would say troll.
Okay,
I feel like it's a troll. I say troll. What do you say?
Yeah, I would say troll.
We say troll on this one.
That's on the second video. The link in the description is for the first video that we played.
Sure. Yeah. So
and by the way, let's check up on that really quick. Let's see where we're at. I'm gonna refresh it here so it
troll or not a troll.
It's a catchy tune.
Yeah. Gets me wet.
So right now, Troll's winning,
but not by as much as I would think.
61 to 38%.
I don't know what 38% of people really believe that bitch is real.
Nobody. It's probably just trolls voting not a troll.
The trolls are protecting their own. Is what really is going on here.
Yeah.
Protect her credibility, so our credibility is maintained.
Next story is about a bunch of uptight motherfuckers getting upset about a drive-in theater playing 50 Shades of Grey, where the screen is viewable from the freeway as you're driving by it at 70 miles an hour for maybe like 30 seconds, and people are pissed.
Well, I mean, like, how many movies have they shown? I mean, like, surely they've shown movies there before that contain sex and violence. I mean...
Here we go.
Okay. Sacramento, California.
Shades of Grey. The racy book turned film, now in wide theatrical release. Wider than some are comfortable with.
There's people trying to sneak a peek as they're going 70 miles down the freeway and looking not where they're supposed to be going, but looking at the movie.
This is the Sacramento 6, a drive-in movie theater.
Couldn't that be a problem with literally any movie?
No, only sexual movies, TJ.
I mean, like, I don't know why. I mean, like, it is kind of strange to me that this theater screens are visible from the fucking highway in the first place, but I mean, the fact that they are, I mean, that they just are, so I mean, who gives a shit? I mean, I mean, when I first heard this, I thought that he was gonna say like, my kids shouldn't see this shit. I mean, I'm sure that'll crop up at some point in this, but I can't believe the lead-in was like, someone might look at it and fucking be trying to watch it and then crash because they're too busy watching the you know, Hollywood gentrified version of BDSM.
Yeah.
50. It features 6 5,000 square foot screens. And tonight, their digital projectors are blasting out this.
It's Taylor, right?
Good evening, Miss Steele. Mr. Gray will be joining us there.
We're here because we've gotten some complaints about people seeing 50 Shades of Grey from the highway. Oh, really? And I wonder...
And she's like, okay, whatever, dude.
She's like, oh, really?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I have to, like, start popping popcorn. And
where's my manager at or whatever? Because...
What the policy is as far as that kind of material... I'm not quite sure. The movie will play 3 times over the...
Obviously, the policy is there is none. They just play it. They don't give a shit.
Course of the evening. The first at 6:15 p.m., just after sunset. Shades of Grey is rated R for strong sexual content, unusual behavior, and graphic nudity.
Unusual behavior.
Of the books?
Oh, yeah.
Fans of the wealthy Mr. Grey, his proclivities, and Anastasia, the increasingly willing ingenue, aren't bothered by the roadside attraction.
I don't know if they would have enough time to figure out what was going on.
But parents and
very sensible, very sensible.
Yeah,
some
like
families.
they're like, you know, you're drawing more attention to this by like your kids are sitting right there like, yeah, I don't think they should be seeing this. Like all you're doing is making them more curious about it. Like if you just drove by and your kids were like, what's that? It's like, it's just some bullshit. Who cares?
Yeah.
One that came to the drive-in to celebrate a 10th birthday say it's hard enough regulating what their kids see.
We just drove in, and these two, he's 12 and he's 10. Very interesting watching it as we came in.
Wait a minute. So wait, he actually went to the theater and saw, and it wasn't like he just saw it from the freeway. He was there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, fuck you.
Yeah.
You know, these people, like, you're not entitled to be protected from every fucking goddamn thing in the world. Gotta keep my kids from seeing this. Like, why? You know, I can understand you not letting them sit down there and watch it, but you're basically saying, like, they can't even catch a glimpse of some other people watching it. This just, you're retarded. That standard is ridiculous.
Next story, I believe, is out of South America. Some scantily clad women seduced some prison guards and ended up causing a prison break.
Sweet.
Yeah.
It's a prison escape that left very little to the imagination. That's because two women showed up in these very skimpy little police carnival outfits at the door of a prison in this town called
prison break.
Nova Mutum.
Look,
Nova Mutum.
There's the outfits right there.
I can see why the guards were distracted.
Yeah, looks like liquor bottles are there too.
Yeah, like this is the most brilliant prison break concept ever.
They were let in by the guards, and then according to investigators, they seduced two guards and they served them whiskey spiked with some kind of a drug. The men passed out, the two guards passed out. While they were out, 26 prisoners escaped. So the guards were found the next morning handcuffed, semi-naked. They've been arrested. And, you know, this has turned into a bit of a joke. It's such a crazy story, and it is just before Carnival. So people are asking if these costumes won't turn up in the Carnival parades. But it does have a very serious side. They've recaptured 11 of the inmates who are in jail for very serious crimes. 15 are still on the loose, and those two prison guards have been arrested for facilitating a prison break. So has the director of the prison.
I wonder what stake the women had in this whole thing.
Probably their boyfriends were in there.
Maybe either that or someone paid them.
Yeah, it could be.
Because he was actually on the grounds as well. He was not involved in this incident, but he was asleep, slept through the whole prison break. So they're going to see likely prison time. And
another thing I'm wondering that I just thought of, the fact that their clothes are laying on the floor there, does that mean that they left naked?
I would almost assume that they probably put something else on when they left.
I see.
the whole town of Nova Mutum can't talk about anything but those temptresses and the prisoners still on the lam, Robin.
I hope they all fucking escape. I mean, I know some have already been caught again, but the ones that are still at large, I hope they stay at large forever.
At large.
I don't care what they did. I don't care who they murdered. I don't care what families they destroyed. They're just awesome, and more power to them.
You monster.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
You keep fucking moving. Stop.
I sit over here.
You're such a piece of shit.
I'm over here.
Get away from me.
This is where I sit now. Right here. It's a good spot for me. Troll or not a troll? Troll!
All right, so...
The greatest song ever written.
There was here's a response video to someone that we whose video we featured on the show 2 episodes ago. TJ's botched clone.
Oh, my botched clone.
Yeah.
So apparently I was on the Drunken
It's me!
Peasants podcast, which was
The Drunken Peasants
cool.
podcast.
Actually, it was really cool. I was
Yeah.
completely shocked because I made that video in question without any. I didn't send it to him. I didn't do anything. Made no
Bullshit.
attempt to.
He's lying, folks.
Get
This
TJ
guy
or his buddy
spammed
to
me
know.
this video.
And before I really get into this, I'd like to say I still like The Amazing Atheist. I still watch his show. I
Damn
still like
right
the
you do,
Drunken Peasants
bitch.
Podcast. I still listen to it, and I like Scotty and Ben. Okay.
Well, there's no accounting for taste.
It is so nice to be debated and to be critiqued by adults.
Yeah.
What I mean by this
It's
is
pretty
most of the
sad that he
people
considers
critique-
us adults.
I know.
That's really, is it like, do you realize the sadness of that?
Well, like we were discussing earlier when we were kind of reviewing this video, He is within your demographic.
The neckbeard demographic.
Yeah.
Neckbeard uprising. Neckbeard uprising.
And then I asked you if I was a neckbeard, and you said, nah, maybe.
No, I said you're flirting with it.
I'm flirting with it?
You're flirting with
Where,
it.
where do I have to go to make that happen?
What do you have to do to be a neckbeard?
Yeah, like...
I would say you have to be, like, 40% more angry.
I see.
And maybe 20% fatter.
I see.
And then you're a neckbeard.
I have to aspire to get to that point.
Yeah.
And comment on my videos or attempt to debate me. Most of the people that bring all this shit up, usually either A, try to bury it in 50 plus minutes worth of stuff when they're talking about a video I made that's 4 minutes long.
Ooh, he drinks Budweiser.
Yeah, pretty gross.
That's gross.
Or they go
Ick.
with one of a very few topics. They either bring up my hair,
we did do that, though.
We did bring up his hair. I said,
Well, yeah.
I said something about Rogaine. I made some kind of Rogaine joke. But we didn't focus in on it for too long. It was like a passing,
and it
like,
was a joke, obviously.
You know, we're just like, really, like, in passing, we're like, you're a bald piece of shit. That was about it.
shirts, how I dress. Yeah, oddly enough, even
Godzilla!
though I'm a guy who gives his opinion here on YouTube.
I don't think you guys can see, but he's wearing a
I'm
Godzilla
a ranter.
shirt.
I rant. And drink beer while I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm apparently supposed to be dressed
Bad
like
beer.
the fucking people on the 6 o'clock evening news.
You should be.
Yeah. Or they bring up my weight.
Well, don't worry about that, because guess what, buddy? Size doesn't matter.
Right, we learned that earlier from the Beast.
Earlier, a wise man named the Beast taught us that size doesn't matter. And, you know, it took us a while to grasp the concept, but after he explained it, you know, we finally, it sunk in, you know. Size does not matter, folks. It just doesn't matter.
Of all things, my clocks. Oh, and my drinking. My clocks.
My cocks.
All
clocks.
the things. Clocks.
You know,
These clocks.
Daylight savings time is coming up on March 8th. He's got to sit there and manually
roll them all.
Well, not all of them, because some of those countries don't have daylight savings times, right? You know,
there are some that don't. I don't know which ones he has.
Well,
up
one
there.
says Tokyo. I don't know if Japan does or not.
I don't know. Yeah, I'd have to check that.
Know? Some countries don't have it though, so some of them he might not need to fuck with, but others, yeah, he will have to.
Have pissed off more feminists, more social justice
That's why
warriors,
all
more
clocks should be burned. You know,
white knights than anything else that I have done. Seriously, if you want to irritate feminists and white knights and social justice warriors, all I can say is clocks. $5 clocks from Target. Clocks, man. Clocks.
fucking clocks.
I don't know why it pisses them off. I don't care why it pisses them off, but clocks. I mean, of all the things I've done, I figured when I hung my paintings on the wall that...
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead a little bit where you actually talk about what we talked about.
No, man. I want to hear about his paintings, Ben. Let's hear more about the paintings. It's like the Van Gogh of our
And look,
age.
to be perfectly honest, I don't give a rat's ass. A sauteed rat's ass how people spend their money. And fucking
What about a
crowdfunding is a lot
deep-fried rat's
older than
ass?
what people want to make it out to be.
Sure.
PBS crowdfunded long before the internet was in every home. They fucking did a telethon every fucking
Well, the
month.
NPR, too.
Right. The difference is that NPR and PBS are publicly funded organizations that accept donations.
So am I. TJS.
You know, so please don't tell me that crowdfunding is something new. No.
It's new.
It's just changed. The name has changed, and the amount of people that are able to do it have
new, buddy.
changed.
Buddy.
Before, you had to be on PBS.
It's new.
Now,
brand new.
You just have to be a jackass with an internet connection. So, you know, and it's their money. If you want to give it to PBS and their fucking pretentious bullshit.
I feel like we should all just give this guy money for no reason.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think he needs to see the power of crowdfunding. This dude needs to set up a PayPal box so that everyone can just send him $1.
Maybe he has one of those crowdfunding links on his YouTube page.
I doubt it because he's sitting here ranting against it.
I don't know.
Fine. If you want to give it to TJ, fine. If you want to pay for TJ's computer, great. I don't care.
You made a video that made it seem like you cared.
Yeah, you made it kind of seem like you cared last time. But, this guy, if you really want to apologize to me, don't make a video. Or I guess he's not apologizing, but he's kind of walking back his position a little bit. But, what you should really do is just give me some money for my computer. It's going to be a beast, dude. Not like the beast we saw earlier, a real beast.
Does it matter how big the computer is? Does size matter?
No, Ben... I thought we established this, Ben. Size does not matter, buddy. Size doesn't matter.
Huh?
Size does not matter.
Oh.
Size does not matter.
Size matters.
No. Hold on. Ben, we need to repeat this several more times.
Okay.
Buddy. Size does not matter.
Size does matter.
No, does not matter. Size matters not. You're confusing me now, Ben. I thought I had this. Oh, remember Star Wars? Yoda, he says size matters not. It's like that, only in the opposite order. Size not matter does.
Size
Wait, holy
matters.
shit, I'm fucking it up now.
No, and most
matter
of the
does not size. That's what it
when
is.
people get, nailed for
Nailed.
Indiegogoing or crowdfunding or whatever. I'm usually defending them. I was one of the only people at the time defending James Rolfe. When he had his Indiegogo or Kickstarter or whatever the fuck. I was one of the only people that defended him.
I don't think you were one of the only people defending him. Like,
he's got a lot of fans.
He has a lot of fans
that stand by him.
He raised a shitload of money to make a movie. Like, I don't really think there was a huge backlash against him. Like, maybe there was in some circles.
There was a decent one.
But, yeah. But, that's the same whiny little bitches that will just, they'll go after you for any fucking thing you do at any time.
I would say more people probably went after him when he decided to charge for the movie.
Why?
He made it a pay-per-view thing rather than...
When you fund it, you're funding its creation. You're not funding its release.
Right. And I agree with you there, but I think that's where the biggest backlash came from.
Then they're retards.
Yeah.
Who cares what retards say?
Right.
He wants to make a movie. He's asking his fans. Nobody's holding a gun to his head.
I was.
Go for it. No... I'll get to that in a minute. I've never once said there was anything wrong with anybody giving Anita Sarkeesian the money she got. I just asked, do you all feel like suckers now? Because, hell, she spent your money on everything but the video series. Doug Walker, I didn't have a problem with the campaign itself, just the rewards. Smosh, I kind of questioned whether he needed the money or not, because he, at the time, was the most popular YouTuber on the whole friggin' fucking site.
I thought
and he
Smosh
was
was two
making
guys.
well into the 7 figures a year. So I'm going, why the fuck do you need these people to pay for your money?
I don't understand that.
But
Smosh
hey,
was two dudes.
what the hell? I mean, my point, and my problem with that is that Smosh could easily pay for it himself. I have a problem when it's something that I know or assume the person can eat.
What?
This sucks.
I don't give a fuck, man. We can't just...
Yeah, we can.
No.
We're plenty far into the show, and
okay,
this
well,
is garbage.
At some point, he says he wanted you to, do a cooking show with him.
Okay, I'll do it.
So there you go, dude. I don't even know what his name is.
TJ2.
TJ 0.5.
Yeah. TJ 1/2.
Nah, I don't really have a problem with him. I think he was wrong, what he was saying. He seems to be kind of, going back on what he said a little bit.
Backpedaling.
It seems like he's okay with certain kinds of crowdfunding. It's like, if you have money to pay for all of it, he's against crowdfunding.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So next thing we're gonna play is a video we kind of chuckled at earlier. This is some creepy moments with the U.S. Vice President Joe Biden. It seems like he gets very touchy-feely with both young girls and old women on a regular basis.
Yeah, we're going to have to play it without the music because that's kind of risky, but...
Yeah, I'm going to turn...
You'll still get the gist.
Yeah, let's see here. All right.
Joe Biden's a perv.
Yeah, like...
Here he is.
He's all... Yeah, he just, like, grabbed... He, like... What?
It's like,
okay, seriously.
Your hair. Okay, that's like a child, pretty much.
Yeah, I would say, like, 14,
yeah.
maybe.
Like, almost a child.
Yeah.
And he's just like, yeah, let me smell your hair.
Yep.
Smells like lilacs. Yeah.
Look at him.
She's like, please get away from me.
He tries to give her a kiss, and she's like, get the fuck away from me.
She's like, I don't, no, please, uncomfortable. No, please don't. This woman doesn't seem to mind. She's just
He's
like...
all about, like, touching foreheads.
Yeah, like I think he's an alien. You know, I think we're just interpreting this wrong. The Chinese girl's like,
Yeah.
And now if she's Japanese, I'm going to get angry letters.
Look at this shit.
He's just... he can't help himself.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
He just can't help himself.
Here he is with, like, a much older woman. Yeah.
Just touching... I think he just came. Yeah, women.
Look at this one.
He looks like he could just snap her neck at any minute.
What is he doing?
He's like rubbing her face and like brushing her hair back.
Oh my god.
He's like going like, yeah.
Look at him here. I love this at the end. Look at him.
PIMP. That spells Biden, bitch.
And what were we discussing earlier about this? I said, you know, if he wasn't the vice president, he wouldn't be getting away with this kind of creepy shit.
I think any sufficiently old white dude who is respected in his community probably could get away with it. I mean, like, if he was like some like dirty transient, probably not, no. But, you know, if he was just like, even if he was like a mayor or a mayor's aide, he could probably still do that.
All right. Okay, so here's a powerful message from a new YouTube pastor spreading the word.
The word of God.
Yeah. Check this out. This is like...
You guys are going to feel this one.
Some of the most eloquent shit I've ever heard in my life.
It's beautiful.
Yes.
Holy Ghost, get you high, motherfucker. Holy Ghost gonna get you high, motherfucker. Holy Ghost gonna get you high, motherfucker. Holy Ghost get you high, motherfucker. The Holy Ghost is gonna get you high. The Holy Ghost is gonna get you high. The Holy Ghost is gonna get you high. The Holy Ghost is gonna get you high, motherfucker. The Holy Ghost is gonna get you high, motherfucker. The Holy Ghost is gonna get you high, motherfucker. The Holy Ghost is gonna get you high. High!
Beautiful.
All right, and then
I feel touched. And when I first saw this, I thought this was just some dude goofing around, but apparently he's
real.
He's a real internet preacher man.
Yeah.
So we're gonna actually take a look at another of his videos where he actually decides to talk.
Yeah.
A little bit.
If that's what you like to call it, talking.
Yeah.
Barely.
Hey, glory, 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 glory.
Glory, glory,
I got
glory,
the
glory.
silly video.
Not only is he saying
I
glory,
wanna talk
but
to you about.
he's actually saying glory.
Glory, glory,
glory,
glory,
glory,
glory,
glory, man, glory,
glory,
glory, hallelujah.
Death. All right, death. Where is your sting? For death is swallowed up in victory. Do you realize this is on an individual level? Throughout history, there's been guys that have lived 400, 500 years, 600 years. Some of them are still here down here.
Yeah.
And live in caves and mountaintops. And
So did he just say that there's 500-year-old men living in caves and on mountaintops here?
Yeah, apparently.
Like now in the present?
That's how he made it sound. I know in the Bible there's people that live to be that old.
In the Bible there's people that live to be like 900 and stuff. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. You know, I think that if there was some 400-year-olds shambling around the earth, I think we would have noticed by now.
Probably.
I feel like someone might have caught on to that somewhere.
Haven't even died because they tapped into God the Father. They've overcome death individually. This generation overcomes death corporately.
Corporately?
Huh?
I'm lost. But also, I mean, like, if you have this profound connection with God, wouldn't you want to die as soon as possible so you can go to heaven and you know, be with him and stuff?
But let me tell you about something about death. The power of death under your feet puts the fear of the Lord before everyone's eyes. Okay, Ananias and Sapphira, look at Peter. Okay, he's sitting on his seat there, you know, he had death at that moment under his feet.
Okay.
When death is under your feet, then you've overcome, and all those revelation overcoming things are on your head. And
Okay.
Right.
Have you made any sense of any of this shit so far?
You put your left foot in, you take your left foot out. No, I
think
haven't.
what he means, if I look at it kind of from an abstract point of view, I think what he's saying is that size doesn't matter.
Right. Oh, yeah. Size doesn't. Oh, yeah, that's it.
I got it.
Yeah,
on
we
your
get it now.
hands and on your, you know, your throne room.
Is that a sledgehammer in the back, or is that an axe?
Because the last curse to be overcome is death, which means
sledgehammer.
Individually, as you overcome all the different spirits and demons and temptations and glamour and gold and girls and all this shit that Satan offers in this world system of Babylon the Great, the last one that you overcome through all those evil spirits and all.
Girls are just like one of Satan's little temptations, basically.
Ironically enough, the Vigilant Christian made a video like, Christian men, look out for this woman. She's poison to you. Well, I think Mario is like recently broken up with someone.
And he's all butthurt.
Yeah.
His butt is hurty.
Yeah.
Those magicians and sorcerers is death. So Peter had done that. He had a lot of help from walking with Jesus of Nazareth for 3.5 years. But he's sitting there, and Ananias and Sapphira lie to him about the amount that they donated into his apostolic ministry. And because they lied and the death was under his feet, he went right into the Father. And since the Father is perfect light, you immediately reaped what you sowed by lying into the Father. So they died instantly on the spot.
Wow.
A generation
That's
overcomes
something,
death.
buddy.
When they're lied to, people will die. When you're betrayed and you have death under your feet, that person dies. If they don't repent, and there's a lot of factors that go into this. If they have a clean conscience before God, if they sin with a dirty conscience, if they transgress and hurt their brother and sister, well, with a clean conscience and not knowingly sinning against them, they can easily be forgiven.
I liked his other video better.
Yeah, I think you should stick to that. You know?
Yeah.
Just go around being like, Holy Spirit, get you high, motherfucker.
Holy Ghost gonna get you high, motherfucker.
Oh, does he say ghost or
Yeah.
spirit?
He said
yeah,
ghost.
ghost. He did. Holy Ghost, get you high, motherfucker. Holy Ghost, get you fucking high.
But if they are doing it willingly and purposely against
I have no
the Father,
idea what you're talking
you can be
about.
certain an angel will strike them dead.
An
instantly.
angel will strike
so
them
this is the
dead.
power of life and death on every word out of your mouth when you overcome Babylon the Great, and you will feel the spirit of death literally under your feet. Other people around you can feel that power. And they say, oh my God, here's a killer. Are you a killer? Are you a murderer? No, I'm a son of God. I'm a son of humankind that has overcome Babylon the Great.
So
And
I
by-
feel like this guy could be the villain in a movie at this point.
He's got the facial tattoo.
Yeah, he doesn't look extremely threatening, but once you hear him start talking, you know, I think it makes it scarier. I just can see him with like some people like tied up in his basement. He's breaking their legs with that sledgehammer in the background, and he's preaching this shit. I got death under my feet.
Yeah.
Actually, Bray Wyatt could use that in a
Yes.
promo.
I have death
under my feet.
Yep. I can see that. You want to watch some more of this or move on?
No.
All right.
It's insane ravings. It makes no
It
sense.
is. Well, I mean, that's kind of what we do here.
But I mean, like, it's incomprehensible, though. It's like, I don't even know what the fuck he's trying
He
to
keeps
say.
saying, like, the Great Babylon.
Even within the context of crazy shit, I don't know what he's talking about.
Just want to remind everyone that's watching right now, we got about 3,300 people watching. Please like this video.
Like it.
It shares it on your Google Plus and possibly on your social media. Gets more people to see.
Retweet it.
Yes.
Put it on your Facebook.
Yes.
Send it to your mom.
And you can follow us on Facebook. If you have any videos that you want us to cover, that includes news videos, questions that you have for us, stupid ads, troll or not a troll, and any random craziness from YouTube or the internet in general that you think might interest us, please send it to us through a private message to our Facebook. You can see it over this way.
Troll or not a troll.
Yeah. Also, now that it's March, we're going to be doing the Drunken Peasants private show. Have we already decided?
I think we decided we're doing it on the 14th.
Yeah. So, March 14th, we will be doing the private show for patrons whose donations have already gone through.
So clear your fucking calendar.
Yes. And if you need to remove yourself from your pledge going into next month, please wait until after you've gotten your reward to do so, because you'll vanish from the list and we won't be able to see it.
Yep.
All right, so we're gonna go. Do you want to just get right into Q&A?
Sure.
All right. So here's our Q&A segment.
Let's hop right into this shit.
First question.
The best question of all.
Hello, Drunken Peasants. I have one question for you. What can we do since in America privacy rights are violated by government agencies and spies through cell phones, when the reason some companies spy on us is to prevent their systems from being weak against other spies and hackers?
I kind of lost what she was saying there at the end.
Do you want to play it again?
Maybe just the last
It's only
bit.
17 seconds long.
Okay.
One more time.
Hello, Drunken Peasants. I have one question for you. What can we do since in America privacy rights are violated by government agencies and spies through cell phones, when the reason some companies spy on us is to prevent their systems from being weak against other spies and hackers?
I see. So is it okay for cell phone companies to allow the government to spy on our cell phones when, they part of their job is to prevent people from the general public who are spies or hackers trying to get in?
Well, I mean, obviously, my opinion is I don't want the government spying on people in general. I think that if there's some reason to suspect that someone is, a terrorist or something, sure, look into them a little bit. But I don't believe we should just have this catch-all net where we're just, assuming that someone might be hiding something and just, looking into them for no reason, or just having this catch-all system that just looks at everybody and tries to figure out what's going on, and if anyone's doing anything nefarious or they shouldn't be doing. I don't believe that that's, justified.
It is kind of moving towards, a guilty until proven innocent type of strategy.
That becomes more and more the case, especially with this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And obviously we're against it. I think we've made it clear we're
if you're
against
not
that.
doing anything wrong, then you've got nothing to worry
It's
about.
if you got nothing to hide, you got nothing to fear.
Yeah.
It's
Sounds Orwellian to me.
It sure does.
Huh. Well, let's see. Okay, that doesn't appear to be working.
Try the next one.
Hey, Drunken Peasants, my question for you is, do you think a man should be able to take maternity leave instead of his wife? Thanks, guys.
I don't know if it's instead of his wife because, obviously the woman gives birth. She needs to kind of take some time off.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the man should be able to do it in addition.
I don't know if a man would need quite as much time. It kind of depends on your individual living situation, though, too. If there's some reason why the father would be the primary caregiver, maybe she has a more lucrative career, or maybe, he just wants that role, or whatever the reason may be, then I think that could probably be looked at on a case-by-case basis. I don't know if we need like one necessarily set standard, but I definitely think that maternity leave should be an option. I mean, obviously it's not maternity leave, really.
Paternity leave.
It'd be paternity leave.
Yeah,
but
I don't think it should ever be the man instead of the woman. I think the woman needs maternity leave to recover from shoving a baby out of her vagina.
Maybe.
So yeah,
some broads are tough, Ben.
Hey, Drunken Peasants, I have a theory that
Holy
Gail
shit.
Porchuler isn't actually nuts. I think she actually perfects time travel and goes back in time. Who knows why she does this? Maybe to escape some cataclysm and so she can live out her full life before some horrible end by sentient tacos.
Yeah.
I think she goes back in time and lives out her life as the actress Ruth Gordon, who starred in Harold and Maude and I don't know anything else. A Columbo episode and those Clint Eastwood movies where he had the orangutan ape. What was that? I don't know.
You've seen
Anyway, here's the evidence. What do you think?
Yep. It's true.
So,
finally, a plausible explanation for Gail.
So Gail is just a younger version of this woman from the past?
I guess. Time travel, dude. See? Yep.
Okay, well, yeah, it is kind of similar.
I would say there's a strong similarity between their facial features.
Sure.
But, obviously he's not serious with
Yeah. Thank you for your creative question.
You figured it out, buddy.
Hey, Drunken Peasants, I have two questions for you today pertaining to heavy metal. The first one is, what's your favorite Metallica album? I know these ones are Ben's favorite.
If you paid for those, you wasted your money. I hope you stole those.
I don't even have Ben's prejudice against, Alternica. But,
yeah.
But even I think Saint Anger sucks dick.
Yeah.
I mean, the best Metallica. I'm not even sure what the best Metallica album would be because I've never actually listened to them as albums. I've always just listened to individual songs.
I like Ride the Lightning. That's a good one.
Yeah, I mean,
Kill 'Em All's good too, but I like Megadeth better than Metallica.
I don't even.
And there's
I don't
still
even care
shades
for
of Dave Mustaine in Kill 'Em All, even though he's not playing the guitar. He wrote a lot of the guitar parts.
I've never heard a Megadeth song I like, but Metallica is pretty good. But I don't really even see them as like an album band because it's not like there's really any like coherent, overarching like message or theme to their albums. It's just kind of like, here's more Metallica for you.
I would say Metallica's way more like cookie cutter and commercialized than bands like Slayer or Megadeth.
I would even agree with that.
Yeah, and that's why I don't like it. But I think maybe that's why you do like it.
I don't really care that it's commercialized.
That's what started the decline of Metallica.
I pretty much like the older shit of theirs I've heard. I like the newer shit. My favorite Metallica song is actually a cover called "So What," but I don't even know who sang the original. But they did like I think they did like an entire album of covers.
Yeah, they did. They did a Misfit song on there.
Do you know the song I'm talking about?
No, I don't know.
It's awesome.
I just remember the Misfits cover.
It's all so fucking what?
Didn't they do like Turn the Page too or something like that?
Yeah, they did. By Bob Seger. Yeah. Bob Seger's version is better, but I did like the Metallica version. So.
All right, next question.
All right, so
he said he had
some
two
information about the troll or not a troll guy on the last episode, or the episode on Monday, February 23rd, 2015. That guy is actually some 4chan.
Remember the Japanese guy, or the guy that he wasn't Japanese, but he like pretended like he knew about Japanese culture, and
was that the Bukkake guy?
No. It was our first troll or not a troll guy.
Okay, I don't remember.
Okay, well we decided he was a troll, and this guy's gonna tell us about who
a little bit more.
Yeah,
dude who tried to kill himself on video, and he made a bunch of other really weird videos, and they're obviously like tongue-in-cheek, so I would not be surprised if this was a joke video. Anyway, what's your opinion on the Palestine-Israel situation?
What's our take on it?
That's a very broad, open-ended question, isn't it? You know, it's kind of difficult because the land that's in dispute currently has been in dispute for such a long time.
Yes.
And there's been so many different claims made to it over the years.
It just so happens to be the Holy Land for 3 different religions, or a Holy Land. You know, obviously Saudi Arabia is holy for Muslims as well.
You know, I mean, my natural inclination is that whoever is there should just like stay there. I think that for the Palestinians to say to the Israelis, like, you guys need to get out of here, that's almost like the Native Americans coming to my door and being like, get the fuck out, this is our country, we're taking it back, you know? I mean, that I can kind of see where they're coming from, but, you know, I'm already here. I don't fucking have any interest in going back to fucking England. I don't think the Jews in Israel have any interest in being scattered back into being basically a people without a country.
Various European countries.
Right. So, I mean, I kind of feel like the Israelis have a right to be there, but at the same time, there are so many draconian policies instituted by the Israeli government that it's very difficult to side with them or have sympathy with them.
You know, it's a very militant country, and it is, you know, based off of a particular religion also.
Yeah.
So.
And, you know, we're anti-theists, or I'm an
Right.
anti-theist. I don't know if Ben would describe himself that way, but yeah, I mean, it's a very muddy issue, but I ultimately think Israel has the right to be there and exist, but I don't support most of their policies, or many of their policies, I should say.
There's an orb in my house, guys.
Oh,
that
shit.
One dude was right. Orbs exist.
It's an orb.
Fucking orbs.
My question today is, have you ever played the game Banjo-Kazooie?
Yes, I think so.
I'm the champion.
Have you played it?
No. But I am the champion.
Okay. Yeah, I've played it.
Ben played it.
Good one.
Good one, dude. You rock, buddy. Shit.
Oh, TJ. Who the fuck is it? Who the fuck is it?
Scotty.
Okay.
Hello.
So I'm going to play this question here.
Drunken Peasants. Just wondering if you're coming to Ireland on your tour, and if you do come to Dublin, I can be your guide. I can meet up for a few pints, have the crack, and I can show you around the city. So win-win. I get to meet you guys, and you get a free tour guide. So, cheers.
So, do you want to hear this? Because it's interesting.
Sure.
Okay. I think he may have invited us to smoke some crack, or have his crack.
Cool.
Yeah. We'll play it one more time.
Drunken Peasants. Just wondering if you're coming to Ireland on your tour, and if you do come to Dublin, I can be your guide. I can meet up for a few pints, have the crack, and I can show you around the city. So win-win. I get to meet you guys, and you get a free tour guide. So, cheers.
I am not familiar with the term "have the crack."
I know. To us, to Americans, it sounds like you want to smoke, like you want to like freebase crack cocaine or something like that.
Or
but
let us fuck you in the ass.
I would love to go to Ireland. It's not on our agenda for our next visit. We appreciate the offer.
We don't think we'd survive. I think we get too drunk, get alcohol poisoning.
Well, we are going to Belgium too, but
it's, you know, Ireland.
I think Ireland is
it's more stereotypically drunky. So
Ireland is in the opposite direction of where we'll be traveling while we're in Europe.
So fuck Ireland, bitch.
I like Ireland, but it's out of the way.
From the entire Drunken Peasants podcast, fuck Ireland. Ben agrees.
Fuck you.
Ben's like, yeah.
Hey guys, I got a couple of quick questions for you.
Super
First of all,
flash.
What do you guys think of Lana Del Rey? Like her music and stuff?
I don't.
I've only heard a few of her songs. You know, she's not bad. It's not the type of music I listen to.
Yeah, same here.
But she's a talented singer. Did she go out with Marilyn Manson?
I don't think so.
There was something that happened between them.
I think they worked together. He actually kind of said that she was like kind of a spoiled pain in the ass.
Oh, okay.
But he said he still respected her, but he didn't like working with her.
I see.
So.
All right. Oh, yeah, he had another question.
And also, if you guys have played the games in the Batman Arkham series, what did you think of those? Thanks,
You know,
guys.
one time me and Ben were playing that. Well, I was watching Ben
It was being
play.
glitchy.
It was being really glitchy, and also, like, I don't know. I don't want to say Ben was bad at it, but...
It's hard to play it when it's glitchy.
You know. I'm sure it was the glitching. It was the glitching's fault, man.
But I was like... That game really relies on stealth, you know?
Yeah, I want to, you know, it looked all right, but it kind of just looked like a billion other games to me. I'm not really very fascinated typically by games in like that sort of genre of like, you know, beat 'em up and go from one place, go here, beat these guys up, go there, beat these guys up, go do this mission, beat these people up. You know, sneak past this guy, beat this other guy, so on and so forth. I mean, there's just so many games that already do that. But I mean, it's Batman, so that's kind of cool. And I also didn't really like how Batman is like so exaggeratedly, steroidally huge in those games either. Like, why does Batman... Like, he looks like more chiseled and more buff than any human being I've literally ever seen in my entire life, including, like, bodybuilders.
Yeah.
It's kind of absurd, honestly. I know it's just, like, you know, it's supposed to be, like, hyperbolic or whatever, but it just goes too far. I don't know how you're supposed to take it seriously. It's, like, almost like a joke.
Hey, guys.
What is happening?
I don't know.
Okay,
whatever. All right, next one.
Hey, Drunken Peasants, Bo Fernandez here. Fuck you, Ben and TJ. I love Scotty. Anyway.
Well, he's not here, so you have to deal with us this time. So fuck you.
Your hero won't even know you fucking
Fernandez.
said this. Fernandez.
I was wondering how each of you felt about the Dark Matter 255 channel. Do you guys like his cartoons or not? And if there's ever any possibility of bringing him on to your show?
Man, this is one of the most commonly asked questions. And, like, we've tried to get him on the show, but for some reason, even though he'll comment on my videos, whenever I've tried to get in touch with him personally, like, he does not seem to want to acknowledge my existence.
That's so weird. So does he comment on your videos to drive traffic to his?
I don't know. You know, that's the thing. I mean, maybe. But if that was the case, it would probably drive traffic to him if he like appeared on our show or you know, collaborated or something. You know.
I don't know.
So I don't know what the deal is.
And because that would be pretty cool.
We like I like his animation.
Yeah, I
so.
like it too.
Yeah.
All right, next question.
Hey, Drunken Peasants. I was a little hesitant to ask this question, but this is mainly for TJ and Scotty.
Scotty's
because
not
there's
here.
a friend of mine who's about to lose a family member in maybe a year or so. So I was wondering if there's anything that I could tell her to help her cope, or maybe some advice that you could give her, because I know that she watches the show occasionally as well. So, thank you.
Like, I mean, there's really no like recipe for like coping with death. I mean, you just
right, and the situation this individual could be going through could be different from
Right.
Scotty and TJ's situation that they had with their father.
'cause that was more sudden anyway. There was no time to prepare.
Right.
But I mean, like the thing is, like you know, you just do the best you can and fucking deal with it, and you know, time heals all wounds, kind of thing. It's not like there's no way to like, oh well, you know, follow these 5 easy steps and you come out just fine,
Right.
feeling great. This just doesn't exist. You really just you live your life, you try to fucking adjust, and you know, over time, eventually you do, and that's pretty much all there is to it.
Right. Right. I mean, I've lost people too. And
lies. Yeah, I don't know why that was like, this is to Scotty, like to Scotty and TJ. Like, there's no possibility Ben's ever fucking suffered loss.
Right. Yeah. Well, you know, the thing that gets me through it is just knowing that everyone has to go through that. Everyone goes through losing someone, and eventually everyone is the person that someone else lost.
Except for me. I'm immortal.
Yeah.
I am eternal. I will live forever.
Okay, my goal is to be more like you, TJ. So
Sad
how do
goal.
I do that? All right,
Buy a banana.
smoke pan every day. Fuck you. All right, bye.
Seems like you're already on the right track.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, yeah, smoke pan, fuck you. Yeah, you're all. I thought you were TJ for a second there. I was like, TJ, why are you sending in a question to our own show?
You got it down, buddy.
Yep.
You're getting there.
Hey, Drunken Peasants. It's fucking
This guy's
3 in
high.
the morning here, so whatever. Yeah, I haven't shaved for weeks.
Neckbeard.
Awesome.
Hair looks like shit. 'cause I'm
Okay.
Up doing college work all fucking
Okay.
All right.
hours of the week and night. So my question is, what is your education level, and what do you do for work outside your channel?
I graduated from high school and I have 3 technical certifications. And I went to a university for a little while, but I didn't graduate. And this is what I do.
Yeah, same here. I mean, same here with this is what I do. My education level is pretty much, I mean, I dropped out of high school as soon as I was eligible to. Like, the second I was 16, I'm like, get me the fuck out of here.
Did you get a GED?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
forced to get a GED, but if I could go back, like, it's never come in handy. I've never used it.
Right. It's not even, I mean, it's not so much that it comes in handy. It's just they want you to, prospective employers want to know if you have it. Yeah.
Yeah,
so.
sure. I've never even fucked with having a prospective employer,
Right.
so.
Yeah.
I am my employer.
Hello, Drunken Peasants. Big fan of the show. I got 2 questions for both of Scotty, Ben, TJ, and then one just specifically for TJ. I know, boo.
Boo! Boo!
Yay!
Okay, so for everybody, arguing with creationists and Christians about certain different things, even Muslims. As an atheist, do you feel like you know more of the doctrine than them? And then by that, do you feel like that you live closer to the doctrine than they do?
Well, that's, I mean, there's so many different religious people with different levels of knowledge and different sorts of interpretations.
Right.
It's really kind of impossible to say. I mean, I generally feel when I'm talking to at least Christians that they're a lot of times very ignorant of what the Bible actually says and very selective in their interpretations.
That was by design for a long time, though. The church didn't want regular people to read the Bible.
Right. It kind of wanted to keep them ignorant in the dark and reliant on the church to tell them, you know, what's in the book.
Yeah, before the advent of the printing press.
Because then they can be like, yeah, the Bible says give us all your money. And
yeah, I mean, like, well, with the Catholic Church, the Bible was written in Latin, and most people didn't read or speak Latin. So they wrote it in a dead language.
Very
Thus,
clever.
right, making you more righteous than them. Second question for TJ only. Ben and Scotty, you can answer if you want, I guess. So, TJ, the apocalypse has happened.
Sweet.
And a bunch of amazing atheists and drunken peasants followers have pilgrimaged their way to rescue you. Make you the arbiter of all that is righteous and good in our new society.
Sweet.
Are you going to lead us down the primrose path, or are you going to fuck us with banana?
Well, I mean, what sort of dictator would I be if I revealed that now, you know? That's part of the adventure when you come, you know?
When you come.
When you come.
It's part of the adventure.
Part of the adventure. Like, I mean, like, I can't tell you now if you're gonna be saved or boned.
Saved or boned. Sounds like a crazy, like, game show.
Saved or boned. Yeah, you gotta spin the wheel
Is
first.
he implying that, you know, if there was some sort of apocalypse and Drunken Peasants fans came to us, that they would only save you?
Hopefully.
I don't know about that.
Well, you guys are already dead.
I eat less food than TJ. Save me. I won't eat your food.
He'll be long dead, people. Because I'll have eaten him.
All right. Save me.
Bone him. Darkness.
Hey, Drunken Peasants.
Hey,
First question.
hey.
Do you guys prefer landscape or portrait?
Portrait.
I don't know.
Portrait.
I would like to know. You'd probably be able to answer that on the podcast. But second
Portrait.
question is, or it's more of a statement, is,
This guy. Oh, I like this guy. This guy's so happy.
He's so
content. Yeah.
I love it when TJ's just like directing everything, like just sitting on his fat ass on the chair like a Roman emperor or whatever. He's fucking like Julius Caesar or something. He's like appointing Ben to do whatever. He's like, play that video one more time. I must contemplate. Or you don't say that or anything. You just play it again. Fucking with Scotty and everybody. I love the podcast, you guys. I love Ben. I seriously love everybody.
This guy's great.
I know. Yeah. I love everybody.
This is like the best question we've ever gotten.
It wasn't even really a question.
I know, but it's still the best.
I know. That's why I kept it. He's like, oh, I love everybody.
You guys are great. I love you all.
Yep.
We need more of people like that.
Yeah, we need more videos like this where you just kiss our asses and
we
tell
need,
us how
but
much
we
you
need
love
more
us.
people like this in the world that just like love us.
Yep.
I think we're great. That's the ideal fan.
Hey, Drunken Peasants. I was wondering what your guys' general opinion of Matt Dillahunty was, and if you have any plans of ever having him on the show, whatnot.
I don't think he would ever be on the show, honestly. I think he's a good debater, and he has a great knowledge of Scripture, being that he was a fundamentalist Christian for most of his life, and that's where his strong suits are. I think he's into the whole atheism plus feminist, neo-feminist movement, which I'm not a fan of. So,
yeah, I agree with what Ben just said.
Okay.
Hey, Drunken Peasants, what's up? My question is regarding Alabama legalizing same-sex marriage, which is good. It's great. The federal judge said the ban on it was unconstitutional, which it is. But I wanted to know what your thoughts are on state officials still refusing to hand out marriage licenses to same-sex couples. It's bullshit. What do you think about that?
I'm not surprised. It's Alabama.
I'm not surprised either. And it's let's remember this is the same state that had to be forced integrated schools back during the civil rights era too.
Yeah. So.
And it's pretty much the same kind of bullshit.
I mean, they're stuck.
Why does the South keep having to be dragged kicking and screaming into the present? That's the real question.
Exactly.
But I guess that's the show.
Yeah, that's the show. We're going to do a little bit of the post-show.
Post-show.
So, follow the link below for iTunes. Also, you can go to our Podbean page. All of that is linked in the upper right-hand corner of our main channel page. Good night, everybody. We'll see you on Wednesday.